welcome back so soon. Told you it'd be quick. And the fourth and final watch-along for the international break off this weekend. The main one for us Arsenal fans. Arsenal versus Aston Villa live from the Emirates. Bird's eye view, if you can see from the background. As you can see, Owen's already joining us. The other guys are on their way, just having a quick something to eat, and then they'll be with us as soon as they hit backstage. I'll put them in the stream anyway, as you all know I do anyway. But yeah, Owen, we were just discussing off air before we went live your thoughts on the lineup. I'm just going to again remind people of the lineup on the screen. Just bear with me a second.
Yep.
Oh dear. That's the one I want. And if by magic, as I say this and put the teams up, we are joined by Magic Melvin and his magic hat.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How's things, buddy?
Oh dear. How are you doing, Melvin?
Right, thanks. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Shame it's on so late this game. I'd rather it be afternoon. You know what I mean?
We've got a bit of a jinx with these 7:15 kickoffs.
The last one we had Leicester. The last one we had was Leicester at 7:15, and look what happened at the Emirates as well.
But that was before this came along.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
You've got to weigh up the good and the bad.
Yeah. Big up that. Again, I'm going to pronounce your name wrong, but if I have, I do apologise. Lowell, watching live from Lagos, Nigeria. Good job. Thank you very much. If you can access YouTube over there and come over to the channel, hit the subscribe button and share the content around. But yeah, before you're about to come on, Melvin, we was about to go through the lineups. So we did touch on it in the previous stream with me and Andrew. But yeah, I was going to go through it again with you guys and remind people at home what we've gone for is an unchanged 11 from Old Trafford, where we won 1-0. So Leno in goal, back four of Holding, Gabby, Kieran, and Hector. And a midfield three of Partey in the anchor, El Neni and Saka either side of him. Willian, Lacazette, and Aubameyang as our front forward three. And Manarson, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, David Luiz, Granit Xhaka, Denis Ceballos, Pepe, and Eddie on the bench. No Willock after his midweek man of the match performance. Are you happy with that, Melvin, or are you a bit disappointed?
I'm disappointed for a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't think playing Man United away and Aston Villa at home is the same type of football. It's a totally different game, in my opinion. We've got to look to go more on the front foot. Though we had a lot of possession against Man United in their area, which is good. I'm also disappointed that, yes, Willock is not, as you know, I don't know if you do know, but he's not my favourite player. But having a very good game, as he did, it should deserve something. And there was no reason for him not to be put on the bench. So I'm a bit disappointed at that. And also, if we're 2 or 3 up, hopefully, with 10 minutes to go, give a couple of youngsters that haven't had much of a chance like Balogun. See what he can do. Yeah. Give him a 10, 15-minute run out, And listen, I can't complain about the midfield. It's terrific, with El Neni, Partey, and Saka, who's pushes forward to give a bit of support for the attack. The only thing I'm looking at, and I know that he had a stinker most of the game, but he does do stuff, and that's Pepe. He either makes one or scores one. 75 minutes of him, you can just write off. You know what I mean? But for that 15 minutes, he can change a game. I'm not sure that he's an impact player, but I think he's a player that you might have to persevere with a bit. But we shall see. But
I basically have like a mountain of counter arguments to sort of everything there. I think that we're coming up to the Christmas period, and something that we've seen from all our lineups is inconsistencies. There's always tinkering, there's always changes.
Yeah, true.
And I think that at this stage of the season, we really now need to know our best starting 11. And I think it's a case of don't fix it if it isn't broke. And I understand what Melvin was saying about the sort of lack of creativity when you first initially look at this team. But if you actually look at the stats against Man United, by half-time, we had created 11 chances with 6 shots on target, which are numbers that we haven't generated for years against a sort of top 6 team, even though they're not in the top 6 at the minute. Yes, that is a little dig. And then in terms of Nicola Pepe, and Joe Willock. I was actually saying just off air to Ryan that I think sometimes what we do is a player has a good game, and we'll have to put into context the level of opposition that both those players sort of have been thriving against. You know, you look at Dundalk and Mold, or levels below even in Aston Villa. And I think what Mikel Arteta is doing, which I think is right, is he's giving these players a chance to actually play themselves into form, into confidence before throwing them into a game. Because if you drop a Pepe or a Willock into this game and they don't do that well, you're undoing all the good work that they've done in the last 2 fixtures. And in terms of Willian, I understand that Willian can be frustrating to watch, and plenty of Chelsea fans sort of warned us of that at times. But I think that if you look at the increased levels of performances from Hector Bellerin, I think that's not a coincidence when Willian is there. I think that he provides much more in terms of build-up play and unlocking defences, and he also provides a bit more defensive solidity again, you know, rather than Pepe. Hector Bellerin can get forward without sort of having it stuck in the back of his mind that Nicola Pepe isn't going to be arsed to track back. So I would say as well, people are talking about the fact that this lineup might not work against low blocks. And I've been arguing the case that Man United were playing with quite a low block. Yes, they tried to hit the ball over the top a few times, but we didn't let them out at all, and we were forcing mistakes at the back. So even if a team does sit back, I would like to see the same intensity in the pressing that we saw in the Man United game, because I think we can cause, especially a team with substantially lower quality than us, like Aston Villa, with all due respect to them, I think we can cause a lot of mistakes, and then it's just about capitalising on the mistakes, you know. So, but I think this is a big game for Lacazette. If I was to single out one player on the pitch, I think we've seen the work rate from him at Old Trafford. That's absolutely fantastic. I don't think the system works without that work rate, but we need him to be more clinical and to start to pick up more goals, you know, because that is slightly concerning. Because at the end of the day, what we're looking at now is basically a downgrade on Olivier Giroud. You know, he's doing what Giroud tried to do, only he's not putting the ball in the back of the net. So I think it's a big game for him.
I agree what you say, a lot of it. But with Willock, I don't expect him. I don't think he's good enough for the first team to start. I was thinking of having him in on the bench to bring him on to show if it's not working out, especially with no energy. Sometimes we lack energy. And I think Willock, for all his faults, supplies energy to the team. So that's why I'd like him, basically. And Lacazette, I do agree with you. Lacazette is, for me, the weakest link, and has been for some time.
I think one of the good things we're seeing here as well is a sort of braveness from Mikel Arteta. Something I expected to see, I don't know about you two, was I was expecting to see Rob Holding lose his place and David Luiz come back in. And I think it's good that we're seeing Arteta give places in the team on merit of recent performances. You know, he's setting an example that if you perform well, you're going to get your chances. And I don't know, did you sort of think Luiz would come back in?
I thought he might do, but what I think is very good, that he's gone to a back four and has the confidence in Holding and Gabriel, which he probably didn't have at the beginning of the season. So that's he would not have played with these two right at the beginning of the season. Number one, Gabriel's an unknown quantity, but Holding most certainly. I don't think he would have had the confidence with Holding in the side, but that's all changed, and it must give the player confidence as well.
Maybe you'd be better than me, because something I've been thinking of in sort of recent weeks since Rob Holding has been performing well, is that when you look back at maybe some of the players I wouldn't really obviously I remember them playing, but in terms of I wouldn't really have been the age to appreciate them. See the likes of Steve Bold, Martin Keown, these types of defenders. I look at Rob Holding and I'm thinking, are we starting to see a player who needs the maturity and the experience to be at the top of his game? Are we looking at a player that isn't going to be a world beater in his youth, but it's not until he gets that sort of experience? Is that what we saw from someone like Steve Bold, or were they just absolutely fantastic off the bat?
Steve Bold came from a Stoke City, which was a second division team at the time, which is the championship team. And from day one, he was good at what he was good at, put it that way. He wasn't going to beat three players. He wasn't going to make these fantastic passes. But as a defensive centre-half, he was superb, absolutely superb. And he fitted in straight away because he had a good defence around him as well, remember? He had quality fullbacks, great goalkeeper. He had Tony Adams next to him. I mean, he learned very quickly. Anything that he couldn't do, he learned to do very quickly. And it was a terrific. With Keown came through the youth system. We sold him and bought him back. By the time we brought him back, he was the finished article.
Mm-hmm.
All right, chappers, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey man, how you doing? All right. Nice to see you.
Buddy.
Nice to
been a
meet you,
while.
Owen.
How's things, mate? Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
you.
all right.
I think you're the first person to ever get that name right on the first crack.
Do I win a prize?
They must have filled you in on it.
Do I win a prize though?
Well, we'll see. We'll see
See
about
how
it
the
all.
game goes.
Champions League qualification, that'll do me.
Yeah, fuck, you're right.
Well, Mel, how you doing?
Yeah, fine. Everything's good.
Good.
Keep our fingers crossed for tonight.
You what, sorry?
Oh, keep our fingers crossed for tonight. So we can
Yes,
do it.
indeed.
Big game
got
tonight. It's a big game for us tonight. For momentum and everything else.
Yeah, especially on international break as well.
I was just going to say, isn't it sickening that we always hit a run of form and then the fucking international break always comes up?
It always seems to happen, doesn't it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I'm sick of it already. 3 internationals we've had in this season. One before the season was started. 48 hours before the season started, we had an international players coming up for international duty, and then we've had it again 4 games in, and again it's like we don't need to. Again, I was saying on the previous stream with Andrew, whose bright idea is it in the midst of a global pandemic to have these players go and play international football when there's no need for it? And if worst case scenario, we can't play these teams that need to qualify still, play these playoff games. Worst case scenario, create an extra group, put them in it, and off we go for the Euro. Because otherwise,
what's ridiculous too when you think about it. Funny, I was just talking about this the other evening. Is that our first fixture after the international break last time was Manchester City, and Bernardo Silva and Ruben Diaz had been in contact with Cristiano Ronaldo, who had tested positive, and Kieran Tierney was in 14 days isolation after having multiple negative positive tests. But Kieran Tierney had to quarantine for 4 days longer than Cristiano Ronaldo did, who had a positive test. It's just fucking ludicrous, like a fortnight quarantine for a guy who's tested negative, and then you're having a 10-day quarantine for a guy who's tested positive. There needs to be sort of uniformity in the rules, and this should have been sorted out before this international break took place, because it's inevitable that it's going to happen again. There's going to be more positive tests now, and then you think, we were saying, like, imagine Liverpool and City went to play each other, and Liverpool were missing Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane due to them having a quarantine. You know how small the deficit in points comes down to in the Premier League, and they're not. So anybody trying to tell me that them two players wouldn't have made a difference in that fixture, it's just fucking insane. It's nuts.
Well, let's put it this way: forget about football. Nothing makes sense anymore. This world. So just take that out of the equation to start with. Nothing makes sense. So when it's madness, madness is the new norm. You've got to remember that. Oh, Richard,
It's a life out of balance, isn't it, Mills?
Yeah, totally.
Life completely out of balance, not completely out of whack. I mean, not not something that's just incremented changes, but an absolute whack round the head with a baseball bat and reverse it the other way.
All right, Richard, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad at all. I've got a bit of a cold, actually. I haven't got COVID, so don't panic, everybody. I've only got a cold. Don't shut the stream down. Colds still exist, It's funny that, isn't it? I didn't think they did, but they actually do. You can actually get a normal cold in this day. It's brilliant. So it is. But yeah, so anyway, apart from that, I'm fine.
Good.
Oh yeah, I heard there's a bit of drama going off. Someone trying to impersonate you, but that's, as I said in the last
show, it was someone on another show. I think it was last night. There was somebody commenting as me, as like the over and over and over again, making some rather strange comments on this show on a show last night. And I was writing a comment saying it looks like I've been hacked, and obviously exactly the same with the same logo, the same things, continuing to make comments. And I don't know who it was, just bizarre. And I don't know how they did it either. I don't know how they managed to get into my account. I don't know how they did it. I've changed my password since.
I wondered why you never sent. I sent you a love letter and never got anything back from you. I wondered why that was.
Well,
now I know.
What can I say? I would normally have replied as well. So.
Exactly. I thought something must be strange.
Yeah, it was. So I don't know what was going on there. Very, very unusual kind of stuff going on there. But I don't know. I've changed my passwords. Hopefully, it's all finished with now. But very strange.
Yeah,
very strange.
During the week, I was checking my emails, like linked to this YouTube and all that, and someone had signed in to my account using a phone. Because I use iPhones and all that. I never use a Samsung or anything like that. And they're signed in. Hang on, no. So I literally had to change my password and everything on everything just to make sure they don't cause any trouble. But it's absolute madness. So when I heard from Andrew.
I just cannot understand why people have any interest in doing that, in just deciding to. It's obsessive,
Just set up a fake account if you want, but don't go into somebody else's account and pretend to be somebody else. It just doesn't make sense, does it? It's crazy.
People, they're only out to make trouble. They're no good to anyone, these people.
No, I mean, some of the comments as well wasn't particularly nice. I didn't think they had racial undertones and stuff like that, which wasn't ideal. So it upset me actually quite a bit. But having said that, hopefully I've sorted it now. So just be aware if any comment turns up from me that seems a little bit strange, it might not be me.
If it says it's not you, Richard. All right.
I am in a similar situation. People have been getting abusive messages from my account, but that's me. I'm just a cunt.
Oh,
you all along.
How is everyone?
Hi, Andrew.
Yeah,
all right.
Nervous. We always do shit against Villa. And do you want to know what? And I actually have said this a couple of times. John McGinn in Villa makes me nervous. Every time we play against them, he has an absolute stormer. And I'm telling you, if he had some fucking Spanish name, he would be playing for one of the top six sides in this country, man. He's a fucking brilliant player.
Yeah,
and then Emmy Martin,
when we beat them 3-2.
Yeah. That was the last game I was at.
Didn't he score in that
game as well?
I tell you what, that was one of the best atmospheres I've ever felt.
It was
fucking unbelievable. Shut up quick enough, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they were noisy at the start. Funny,
for quite a while.
Yeah. No, it was a good one. That I tell you who else had a brilliant game that game. Callum Chambers and Guendouzi.
Yeah, Guendouzi
had a good game.
He made one of the goals, didn't he?
Callum Chambers' goal was fucking unreal. It was like a flick and then a half volley. It was phenomenal stuff.
Yeah,
good to see him getting back. But no, Emmy Martinez is going to have an absolute fucking stormer tonight. You know that?
Oh, we know that. Oh, yeah.
He's going to be prime Buffon tonight. He is.
We're all prepared for that, I think, aren't we? Knowing that's what he's going to do. But
yeah.
Anyway, no doubt Leno will drop one in his own net as well, just for good measure, just to make that comparison even greater. But
do you reckon he was at fault for the goal the other night against Mold?
I thought there was probably six mistakes in that goal, wasn't there?
It wasn't just him. It wasn't just him.
He could have done
but then I don't know, right? Because I seen like the likes of Danny Ceballos, Kolasinac and all getting stick. But really, what I thought what happened was that he just punted the ball up, thinking that he would get away with it. Because if you look at where everybody is, if you're going to play out from the back, you have to be spread out away from your man. So as soon as he hit that, there were just every opposition player was an open space. So I don't know, man. He's just I don't know whether he's lackadaisy or overconfident with playing the ball, playing with the ball at his feet.
I don't think he's confident with the ball at his feet. I think that's his problem. So I think he's looking to maybe get rid of it further up the pitch, whereas the team is set up. I think in that goal, the team was set up for a playing out from the back, wasn't they? Mustafi was right over on the right-hand side. The midfield was separated. So as soon as he kicked it long and we lost the ball, there was just a big, massive gap in the middle. And I think that everybody involved in that was at fault, really. Somebody in midfield should have said, well, I'm going to just cover just in case. And they didn't. And
Richard. He punted a long ball up to Nketiah on the touchline. There's no way Nketiah is going to win a ball in the air against a big centre half facing the wrong way.
Should have moved everybody up.
Default should have said he's going to lose it. If he does lose it, what are we going to do? It was like,
somebody should have said, right, I'm going to drop in and I'm going to cover just in case, and they didn't, and we got punished for that.
He wasn't favourite to win it, was he?
No,
never.
Of course
He's never
not.
favourite to win it in the air, is he?
No. And even if he hadn't done it, what would have happened? Because he was the only man up there, so he'd have just flicked it on, and we'd have lost possession anyway, probably, because no one was making a run around him to support him. So it was a bit of a balls up all round, really, that goal, wasn't it? And at the end of the day, luckily, it didn't cost us in the end. But I wouldn't say Leno was just to blame. He made one mistake, 3 or 4 others made mistakes, and we
did make a mistake, Rich. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, but it was, for me, I thought quite a basic mistake in the sense that we've been looking really, really good at playing out from the back, and actually all the players are getting used to it. That they're able to find the spaces to be hit. And for some reason, Leno has switched back to type and gone, panic station. Just panic.
No, he did. He
dropped his head for a second when there was absolutely no need for him to do that.
We lost our host, Melvin. You're in charge. See, it's weird with Bird Leno at the minute, because this here's the way I look at it. So you've got the people who every single time he makes a mistake, they jump on Bird Leno and say, we sold the wrong keeper, which is a fucking ridiculous argument, because at the end of the day, Leno's still wearing an Arsenal jersey. Emi isn't. You don't have to fucking scrutinise Emi every time he makes mistakes, but you have to back your own player. But then there's other people as well that you can't criticise Bird Leno anymore. That they instantly think that you're jumping on him because you wanted Emi Martinez to stay. So it's a touchy subject, I think, when we start to talk about Bird Leno at the minute. But something that I was really surprised about, I don't know why wasn't Runnerson playing in that game? I thought Runnerson looked decent, but why did he not get
Arteta said, didn't he, afterwards in the press conference, what he said was that Bird Leno is his number one choice for the Europa League. He said he just felt he needed a rest a week before. That was why he played with Arsenal. And now he didn't really need a rest, so he put him back in. That was what he said.
But here's the problem we have now, all right, is what the fuck happens if something like Brighton happens again and Bird Leno gets a bad injury, and now we're stuck with a goalkeeper who either they don't have the confidence to play him, and then now he's going to be out of playing practice. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a shitty situation for us now, I think.
No, I totally agree. I think Van Arsene should have played, definitely, but that's what Arteta said, that Leno's his number one for the Europa League, and he's going to play in most of the games in the Europa League by the look of it, which doesn't leave many games from an Arsenal, does it? We've got one more Carabao Cup tie, it's a quarter-final. I would imagine Leno will play in that since it's Man City away. Maybe some early round in the FA Cup he might play with Arsenal, but he's not going to get more than 5 games, is he, at this rate? Which is not enough, because like you said, if we do suffer any injury, it's going to be Matt Macy will probably have to play, and he's not got no experience really either, is he? So
he's a fucking donkey. He's a donkey.
It's a tricky
situation. We're trying to get rid of him. I heard we nearly got rid of him in the window. He's not rated. That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, obviously,
I think maybe if Emi hadn't gone, he would have probably gone, wouldn't he? But because Emi went, we knew we needed another goalkeeper and staying at the club. Probably that's probably why. But
they're on the way out onto the pitch.
Yeah, they're just coming out now. Yeah,
I'm looking at the lineups midfield. It's showing Arsenal's midfield on mine.
I'm looking at an advert for a sexy game, but absolutely no scream as yet.
I did probably.
Your one sounds better, chappers.
Maybe I'm on the wrong side, boys. Oh, there we go. All right.
Your one definitely sounds better.
I've got the Aston Villa lineup just starting to show now.
I've got the Arsenal lineup on now.
I've got the Arsenal lineup online.
I was quite surprised David Luiz didn't start this game,
Well, I was just saying that, but it's good to see that Arteta is now sort of rewarding good performances rather than just putting people on their name merit. You know what I mean? Because Rob Holding wasn't far off the level of Gabriel at Old Trafford. He was brilliant.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, absolutely. He's right up there for man of the match.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I thought Holding absolutely deserves to keep his place for sure.
What do you reckon about the Partey El Nani comparisons with Vieira and Gilberto? I know it's early days, but in terms of the balance between the two, what do you reckon?
The balance makes sense, but let's not put names on people's backs, because it never seems to work out when you do that. The next this or the next that. I was called the next Georgie Best, never worked out for me. That's the reason why.
That was just
Maybe
for the
maybe they were talking about the drinking and the women.
Yeah, but it
not
wasn't
football
because
ability.
of your football, mate. It was because of your champagne and bird.
It was a Miss World. That's what it was. That's the comparison.
Some score predictions coming in. We've got Mark saying he thinks it's a 3-1 win. John saying 2-0. Gary from DWDT is saying 3-1 to the home team. What are you guys thinking, score prediction wise?
3-1.
I went 3-1 as well.
2-0.
I was thinking 3-1 as well, to be honest with you.
I've been saying 2-1 in all my shows previewing the game, so I'm going to stick with that.
Like 2-1.
There might be more goals than that, actually. I just think there could be goals in this game, but 3-2 wouldn't be surprised, actually. But I'm going to go 2-1 because I've said it all week.
Where are you up to? What other teams coming out?
We're having silence at the moment, a minute silence on my
Behind
screen.
you lot then.
Yeah, I've got that as well, yeah, with a poppy and that.
What do we do? Do we pause at 10 seconds and then everybody sync up? Or
If you can, without interrupting your stream.
Difficult with a stream, isn't it? Because once you pause it, it'll just go back to where it would have been anyway.
See, I feel ashamed. I just bought the fucking thing. I'm sorry, lads. I'm a disgrace. I know I am. But I told you I'm a cunt. Told you earlier I'm a cunt.
You've got to give double to the charity then.
Yeah,
You think you're silly? I did it the other week, and I ain't even got a television.
Right, I'm just getting ready to kick off here.
Well, you'll have to pause.
Don't get annoyed.
Kick off because we were going to kick off at the same time because I think we've all got the same stream, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we have.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll pause.
I've got one with a trumpet.
Yeah.
Same here.
Same here.
I'm probably about 20 or 30 seconds ahead of you, boys. Let me know when. Oh fuck.
I'm taking the knee.
Trumpet man still going at the minute.
He's just gone up now.
They're taking the knee.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
stopped.
that's what I've got. Oh, Barkley's playing for them. I forgot he plays from Barkley. And we haven't mentioned Grealish, have we?
That's why I think it's going to be 3-1.
Who?
They're just going to take the knee now, I think, if they're going to do it still.
I'm ahead. I'll wait until the timer pops up.
Melvin, got one of your fans in the chat, by the way.
Have we? Who's that?
20 seconds, Amon.
Ray
Let me know when.
Knows who you are.
I can't see that.
Ray Face says Melvin, so he clearly knows who you are.
Right, they've just finished. Just got up.
Yeah, I'm on the same as Andrew. Just kicked off now.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Alright, I'm paused on 20 seconds.
I'm
just kicked off.
I'm on.
Right,
The time hasn't come up yet.
No, it only comes up at 17, I think.
Yeah, 17. Yeah, that's what I'm on.
No,
18,
yeah.
20. Yeah.
Alright, that's me. Yeah.
Uh, 20 seconds, 22 seconds of mine.
I think I'm a little bit ahead, actually. I'm on 40 seconds now.
40.
These players seem to be taking a knee for a hell of a long time.
And he scored!
Oh my god! What a goal, McGinn!
Oh my god!
I fucking told you.
Let's walk through our defence.
Jesus Christ!
What a shot that was!
What?
Oh, literally.
My players are still taking the knee. They've not even started.
You won't have to wait long. 50 seconds.
Jeez.
You can't blame honestly, I don't think you can blame the defence there. That's just a brilliant goal.
I don't think you can blame anyone for that. It's a great finish.
I thought it was half a tackle or a block by Lacazette.
There was about three people that stood off a bit too long.
Yeah.
Partey, Rob Holding,
Lacazette was the nearest.
Lacazette didn't track his man.
It may be ruled out.
What for?
I don't think it
Really?
will be.
No, no.
The guy right in front of the goalkeeper.
I think it has.
It looks like it has.
No, I think he's saying
Oh, yeah, he's not happy.
going to be checked.
No, McGinn's literally going for fuck's sake.
Yeah, because they're checking it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I think. Listen, I want Arsenal to win this, but if you're going to stop goals like that, the goalie can see the ball. In my opinion, you shouldn't really. I know he's in his way, but the goalie can see the ball.
I haven't seen the
checking. Sorry, what are they checking for? Sorry, I don't even understand.
I'm not sure.
Offside.
I think it was an impediment on the goalkeeper. Yeah, offside.
Yeah. No, what is it?
Oh, the number 20
yeah.
in front of him. Oh, yeah.
It's offside. It's going to be offside.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it should be called out. I think it's a goal.
No, you can't see the ball.
I think he can.
No, not really. He is in the way. You've got to admit that.
I don't know what he's
Oh, he's
But
on
honestly-
Gabriel, is he? Playing him on.
No, he's offside.
No,
He is offside. It's just
But remember that now they take into
He's going
account
to the screen himself, the referee now.
but it's the level of your shirt sleeve now.
It's nothing to do. Listen, we know he's offside. He's definitely offside. Whether it's interfering with the goalkeeper in the way, in his sight. Interfering with.
God's sake, it's offside. I mean, they're doing all the bloody lines and all that shit. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah, they don't need the lines. He's offside. That's not the case. It's as he's offside. Is he in the way of the goalkeeper? The goalie seeing the ball. Interfering with the goalkeeper.
He's
offside. It's definitely offside.
Yeah, he's offside. Is he blocking the keeper? What's he giving?
It's ruled out.
No, he's given a goal. No, he's going to look at it. He's going to look at the screen. He's looking at the screen.
Oh,
for fuck's sake, it's a mile off.
Shouldn't take this long, should it?
Shouldn't take this long.
I hate this.
This is what I'm saying.
Do you want to know what I said right here? 2020. Why the fuck don't these referees have a micro tablet on their sleeve, like attached to, in a little fucking satchel on their arm or something like that, rather than having to run over here all the time?
Barkley moving might put him off. Barkley's moving, so we don't know.
Why doesn't someone just tell him that it's either offside or it's not, and get on with the game?
Yeah,
I think
why is there no picture on the monitor?
I think the officials that are manning VAR are shitting themselves all the time.
Disallowed.
Yeah,
I think that's hard.
Well, we're lucky. We're lucky there.
Disallowed, right?
Yeah, disallowed.
We're very lucky.
I think Melvin's way ahead of us all, is he?
Well, some
I'm
finish.
getting the morning papers in a couple
I'm
of
on
minutes.
4:21.
I'm on
4:33, 4:34.
Where are you guys?
I'm the same as Andrew, yeah.
I'm 5:22.
Right, okay.
You're about 40 seconds ahead of everybody.
I promise, seriously. I won't say nothing if something happens. I promise. I won't ruin it for you.
No, you're sweet.
Who's in the future here?
No goal.
Is Melvin in the future?
Yeah.
Well, we're lucky. I've got to be honest. I think we're very lucky.
Yeah.
Extremely
We are.
lucky.
Hopefully that's just a wake-up call that we need.
It's a wake-up call.
Let's get the goal.
I'm not be lucky than clever, gentlemen.
That is really unlucky for Villa, and
It is
hard done by there.
Yeah, they have been. I think I'd be absolutely devastated if I had a goal like that disallowed for that.
Melvin's friend, Rayface, is saying it's Arsenal, so they'll allow it. This was obviously the build-up when they were checking it.
Oh yeah, right. We get all the luck, don't we?
I mean, he's kind of actually.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, you got it right. I've got it the wrong way round, mate. Sorry, I do apologise.
For the Leicester one, doesn't it? For the Leicester goal, maybe I suppose it's maybe payback a little bit for that because we were unfortunate there, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Let's go.
I don't think you can do one to another. If Leicester, I think 1-0, we probably might have won the game. This one, even 1-0 down, we've still got a chance, haven't we?
Yeah.
I don't think it's exactly level. But I just think the whole VAR thing is wrong. I put it out on Twitter the other day. I reckon VAR, I'm told, they haven't got a monitor. They do it by radio.
Oh my God. That surprised me.
Well, the VAR screen wasn't working then.
It wasn't. No.
They have one of those called SketchUp.
Oh my God, KT.
Oh God.
What's the matter?
What a terrible cross.
We're all over the place in this game so far.
We are. Seeing he's slipping over like that.
Yeah.
I've got to say, got to say, gentlemen, I'm really quite glad that my stream's not working because sounds like it's fucking terrible.
It is.
At the moment, it is.
I really got nothing there on.
Oh, come on. That's
go on,
not
Lecker.
foul.
Oh, for fuck's sake, how's that?
That's not even a foul against Blacker. Oh, my God.
God, come on.
Apparently playing rugby.
Oh,
Apparently
He was
playing
holding
rugby.
him off to start with.
that's a joke.
Oh, what are you doing, referee? Already 5 minutes in, the referee's already cocks up two things.
Yeah. Literally, what? You know.
Oh, hang on.
I forgot we're playing rugby tonight.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. Mind you, after seeing that goal yesterday that Liga disallowed, I've actually given up with any decisions going.
Oh, he head out. Jack Grealish head out there, the wee fucking rat.
It smashed him in the neck, yeah. I've seen that.
I'll be honest, I always have a thing because he ditched Ireland for England, didn't he? The international sides.
He did, yeah.
So did Declan Rice.
You can't blame him, though, let's be honest.
Oh, come on. Sure, he's getting loads of games, isn't he?
We haven't got into our rhythm yet, have we?
No, it was terrible.
Yeah,
A terrible start. I don't think actually that decision that took them 5 minutes to figure out helps us really.
Yeah. Even Russ in the chat saying 4 minutes to make a decision. VAR off.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'd be gutted if that had gone against us because that looked like a decent goal to me.
It was more of an offside than the Xhaka one against Leicester. The far more.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Well, Xhaka was nowhere near Schmeichel when Ian White reviewed it.
We had another goal disallowed in the Europe as well, didn't we?
Yeah, midweek. Eddie,
Which weren't offside. That wasn't offside either.
Yeah.
Big difference is now you've got two players, like, even though it's a shaky start, you would sort of trust within, like, Gabriel, Partey and El Nani to sort of shake it up a bit here and get it going, you know, rather than, like, Xhaka and Dani Ceballos, you would sort of think that they would sort of capitulate a bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, Tommy.
Oh. Bloody hell. Do you see his pace then? Bloody hell. He showed his pace. Jesus Christ. That was unlucky, that was.
I mean, Martinez got a real close look at the new toy that he paid for.
Yeah.
Just a tad. Okay, now.
That was lovely to see, though. That was, wasn't it? That from Thomas.
Oh,
He literally flew in. That was so quick, wasn't it? How quick was he there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. Over the top. Good. Poor ball from Villa. Thank God for that. Oh,
Good save actually from Martinez. He was alert, wasn't he? Because it was a poor pass.
Yeah.
sold the wrong keeper.
Don't you start. You will be muted. Oh dear. Got her off.
Hang on a minute. Chaps, I think I appear finally to have a working stream. So that's what I missed.
Not lots happened, really, to be fair.
Been pretty dull, really. Raffa's asking time. I'm currently on 11:06.
I say that it's buffering all over the place again. So
you should have paid £15.
I nearly said I'd go fund me for it, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm on 11. I'm on 11:33, 34. What are you guys on?
1142,
Have you got an Apple
43,
or an,
44.
Android?
I'm on the same.
Chappers.
Yeah.
What? Chappers. Have you got an Apple or an Android?
Ah,
Have you got an Apple phone or?
my
Jesus
phone
Christ.
is Android.
Well, there's an app. There's two apps that I use, and they've got a perfect stream on one of them. It's called. Let's have a look. What it's called. Come on.
Potato streams are supposed to be good for your phone.
My kind of stream.
It's called,
Oh, dear.
It's like a little app for your phone, apparently, but I don't use it.
For fuck's sake.
We're not
Don't
playing
tell me
well.
away you go.
Oh, Thomas again.
Oh,
sorry.
get in there, my son.
Thomas is brilliant, isn't he?
Unreal.
He's just
Unreal.
phenomenal.
He is different class.
it's just called live football stream.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh, go on.
Oh,
Go on. Oh, what are you at? Oh, you play rugby now. Okay, William, we're playing rugby now.
this is going to
Chappers,
be
have a look in
frustrating.
Google Play live football streams, and you can watch it on your phone at least.
oh no, I've got it on my phone now. That's what I'm watching it on.
All right.
Seems to be working
You told me
okay.
about 5 minutes ago.
Must be the delay, Andrew. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Arsenal. We're starting to be getting our act together a little bit more now.
Yeah, we are.
Uh,
Nice little
sadly.
move that before.
They're playing with some intensity, aren't they? They seem to just trying to be get
Yeah.
at everybody.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're really, really closing us down, aren't they?
Yeah. Emi Martinez with a kick out. What a keeper. What a keeper.
Do you reckon we sold the wrong keeper?
I'd say so.
No,
No, I'm joking.
oh dear. Let's have a look. Oh, it's coming out.
Oh, you try to squeeze that one through.
We're very much about the width at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the big difference. Remember, there was the whole argument whether we should sign OR or Partey. The difference is that OR in a game like this would sort of capitulate with the rest of the team. But Partey is the type of player that it doesn't matter if everybody around him is playing shite, he'll try and drag a game himself. You know, that's
He's
the big
starting
difference.
to do that
like-
already, isn't he? In this
Oh,
game,
completely, yeah,
already-
completely.
just thinking like, "Fuck this shit."
And
I'll take this
actually-
goal.
In fairness, well, certainly with El Neni was a really, really good example of that, of the fact that also it works the other way in that when Partey plays well, they all kind of raise their game a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah.
He does. They do, rather.
I'd like to see more, a bit more from Willian too, because I think like after his debut at Fulham, he looked brilliant. But that's exactly what Chelsea fans says before he came, and we even knew that from watching him as neutrals. That he's brilliant one game, and then for 5 games he's useless. You know, it's a bit of consistency will go a long way for him because he can be unbelievable.
There's been an awful lot of trundling going on with Willian in recent games. Do you know what I mean? It's like trundling along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what they said he would do, though. That's the problem.
It's still very early days, though, isn't it? I mean, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt for now, because he wasn't Chelsea's player of the year last season because he's shit.
Defend.
like the quality in the Premier League from top to bottom, I know it's always been good, but in the last 3 or 4 years, it's it's unbelievable the depth of quality in the league. Like, every single game's fucking tight.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's make this a nice transition, eh? Do you think Ryan's had enough of us and that's why he keeps going?
Yeah, I think so. It's you keep saying that you want to get rid of the goalkeeper.
Fucking idiot setting off fireworks. It's fucking somehow my Wi-Fi's playing up.
Oh,
wow!
Go on, Saka. Come on.
Hey.
Oh, poor ball. Unlucky.
What was that?
Oh,
yeah. Normally he's good at crossing, isn't he?
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
I'm
The
disappointed
first one was
on that.
all right. The second one, not quite so.
Stop showing the bloody goal now. It's offside. All right, move on.
I'm seeing it as well, yeah.
It can't get much more offside than that, can you? Really, for interfering?
Not
with the play?
really. No, actually, it is. They showed from behind the goal.
Yeah.
I don't think they're saving it anyway. To be fair.
No, but it was offside.
Yeah, it was offside. Yeah, it's certainly more offside than Bamford's one yesterday.
They say also saying part of believing in the process is accepting that he will make mistakes. Exactly. But we know that. We ain't naive in thinking he'll make mistakes along the way. He's learning on the job. But hey, you want to be like other people in other parts of Europe, currently living in other parts of Europe, then it is what it is. But we're not that sort of channel, so we actually back our manager.
But just not the goalkeeper.
Definitely.
I back my goalkeeper. Not the Villa goalkeeper, I back my goalkeeper. But I will criticise him if he makes mistakes again. Because we're honest, we ain't going to be blindsided by it.
It's good. Good press. Well played.
But he does look good, that goalkeeper, doesn't he, though? Villa goalkeeper.
Running it.
Van Arsen.
Go on.
Give it.
We've got to get this ball forward a bit quicker.
Yeah, we have. Because they're very well organised and they're getting back into shape quickly. So we need to get it moving before they've had a chance. Partey is absolutely dominating this midfield, though.
The park bench, Mark Green. The park bench moves quicker than him as well.
I don't like possession for possession's sake. There has to be somebody brave that has pulled the trigger on a pass.
Yeah, a bit of positivity, a bit of verticality, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But not even that. I think that even, like, let's say you pull the trigger, you try a brave pass and they get the ball and they're getting the ball more. They're going to get comfortable and they're naturally going to come out and play more.
Yeah,
nice dribble from Aubameyang.
Abba.
Well referee.
He did well there.
Yeah, let's see if it's a free kick there.
He's had a good start to the season, that Matty Cash, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
I like him. Yeah, I think he's a good player.
He's a good player.
He's taking a free kick and Willian, or
mind you, they won't be able to play him soon when they get rid of Cash, will they? They won't be able to use Cash soon.
They'll have to check that.
The society that's coming, he won't be able to play, will he?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till the set piece is taken and we hit the first man.
I was just thinking the same thing.
That's the spirit, Owen.
I think Gabriel might score from
positivity we have in this channel.
I think Gabriel might score from. Oh, hang on, it's a bit different.
Oh, try
Still shit. Anyway,
Tierney.
That looked like a little bit of a miss pass, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think I was supposed to go to the first man, not the second.
It was at least it was nice to see something different.
True.
Go on, Gabby.
Not in the first man.
Oh,
Fuck
piss
off.
That was not.
Oh, referee. That was a foul, then.
It was like 100%, but you fuck's sake.
Yeah, fuck's sake, ref. What are you doing? Come on, it wasn't a foul.
Let the game flow. Oh dear.
He's a good player, that McGinn, but he looks like Sloth from the Goonies.
Hey, you guys!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a kick, Amy.
Sold the wrong goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have this all night, aren't we? I was saying to Andrew earlier.
100%.
I was saying to Andrew earlier on the other stream. Literally, the reason I want us to win even more so than anything is so we don't have, because if we lose and we can see the goal, it's not his fault. You guarantee parts of the fan base will go, "It's Leno's fault. We've got the wrong goalkeeper. If Martinez was in goal, we would have saved that. You absolute moron, Arteta." Da 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 da.
Yeah. That's what will definitely happen.
Oh dear.
I just hope Martin has dropped one in his own net, actually. That'll be what we need.
The runner.
Tell you what, Hector Batteran's come back into some form recently, man. It's good. To see.
I mean, most recently, in the fact that he just actually did a legal throw-in.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
You know, you rarely see those these days, do you?
Oh, brilliant. Just gave it away.
What's your slogan, Richard? The Positive Arsenal Podcast. We're sort of dragging that name through the slogan, or that slogan through the mud here at the
minute.
Go on. Get him.
I've got to agree with Sam in the chat. Whoever we've hired for our set piece specialist needs to be having a word with, because our set pieces have got even worse.
Yeah,
if we're being brutally honest.
It's what they try to do is
1-0.
Oh,
they've scored.
Oh, here we go.
For fuck's sake!
Oh, they scored again, yeah.
They had the ball outside our box for so long on the edge of our box, we couldn't get a tackle in. Ridiculous.
And literally,
we wouldn't get a tackle.
They literally
and
passed
also
it
went asleep. They didn't let a runner 2 yards off, didn't catch the runner.
Literally just ball watching it.
What's going on?
As I said, they're passing outside the box and they go, one pass, boom, count.
Sorry, but Rob Holding there, that's he's standing off too much. He stood off too long, put in a soft attempt at a tackle, and then he let his man run on. He switched off once the ball had been played around him. That's just purr. David Luiz should have started.
We sold the wrong goalkeeper as well.
We sold the wrong goalkeeper, that's the problem.
Yeah, Amy would have saved that.
Martinez would have saved that all day long, definitely. There's no doubt.
Do you want to know what? Do you want to know what? At least we don't feel guilty about that offside anymore if there ever was a question on it.
You know where I know a lot went on after it. You know where the first mistake was at that goal?
Mm-hmm.
Losing an easy ball from William.
Yeah, the first mistake for that goal was selling Martinez and not Leno. That's where it all started.
I think we should have sold them both.
Yeah, put Renarson in goal.
Uh-oh.
To be fair, this has been a terrible start.
Yeah, very, very poor.
Yeah.
Apparently they're giving it as a Saka own goal.
It wasn't a Saka own goal.
That's what people are tweeting, and they've given that goal to Saka apparently.
Oh.
No, we're 2-0 down. Someone's put 2-0 Villa own goal.
No, it can't be.
It better not be.
No,
Tyrone in the chat.
No,
yeah.
Tyrone, he's
an own goal.
No.
It is an own goal.
Yeah, it's 1-0. Yeah, own goal.
It's 1-0.
Not 2-0. It's 1-0.
Fucking made me had a heart attack there. Jesus Christ, man.
Literally same here.
Looks like we might be waking up a little bit now, all of a sudden.
It shouldn't
It shouldn't take that though. It shouldn't fucking take that.
No, you're absolutely right. I agree.
And do you want to know what? This is something I've been saying for ages, and I don't think we should shy away from saying this. Every other fucking team in the league, their front three create for themselves at times. We're talking about an attacking midfielder. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Willian, Pepe, all these players need to fucking create for themselves at times because they can't just keep turning around and saying, "Oh, we don't have a creative midfielder." Yeah. You know, look at the amount of goals that Salah, Mane, and Roberto Firmino create for themselves.
Actually, it was an own goal. It was an own goal.
Exactly why we should have played Willock. Willock was screaming out for Willock this game to run from midfield. With the
he
ball.
Might well come on. He might well come.
He's not on the bench. He's not on the bench.
But I don't know because I think everybody would have put the same 11 out as we did at Old Trafford. The vast majority of people, I think it was the right decision. But
I wouldn't. Well, I'm not impressed with Willian's form at the moment. He doesn't deserve to be continuously starting. His form doesn't warrant it.
Yeah, Pepe, I'd say, would be in with a shout. You know, given say what you want about his performances, but the last game he got a goal and an assist, 2 goal contributions within one game. So
exactly, yeah.
Oh dear.
But no, definitely our front three need to be creating more for themselves. Like that's as I was saying there. You think of Liverpool's front three, and they were creating all them goals with Gini Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and Henderson playing behind them. None of them players are overly creative, like, you know. So there needs to be an emphasis putting their own forwards, making their own chances.
I totally agree.
I mean, the issue has been all season, hasn't it? Going is the front three aren't combining well enough, are they? They're not.
No.
And like you said, we're not creating opportunities that way. We're not, and that's what's letting us down. Because in 2/3 of the pitch, generally we're okay. We're fairly solid now at the back. Yeah, that was a soft goal to give away, but overall we're fairly solid at the back. You know, with Partey now and El Neni, that looks like a decent midfield base. It's just that when we get the ball into the final third, we lack ideas and conviction, I think.
Definitely.
Not just today. I mean, this is the whole season, isn't it?
Willian. Fucking hell. Gets the ball. We've got back.
I think, come the end of the season, the start of next season, I think that you're going to probably see Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli play on the wings because they've both got the ability to drive and beat multiple men. You know.
I hope so. I don't know why Lacazette's playing.
I haven't seen an awful lot from Laka or from Willian really so far. That's made me go all right.
Go on, Emily. Oh, that was better movement.
You're a touch ahead of me, I think.
Oh, come on.
Go on, have a shot. Have a shot. Oh, it's blocked.
Oh.
Go on, Willian. Oh, come on. It's good pressure, this, though.
I know we're doing all right. We're doing much better.
Better.
It's good pressure. It's good pressure. Oh,
come on, straight in there, Bellerin.
Oh, go on, Bellerin. Win it back.
This way, free kick instead.
Oh, we're just not getting the final ball. Isn't quite falling for us, is it?
Nope, not yet.
And sometimes that's because the quality is not always there, and other times it's just been a little bit of bad luck, I think, as well, a little bit. But it's just not quite happening.
Stop putting the camera on him. I keep showing John Terry for. Just get him off the screen, for God's sake.
Because he seems like an absolute decent bloke now that Ryan Giggs has been at it again.
Oh, God. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to
that. Don't move on from it.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
It's just aggravating when you look at the intensity we started with against United and then we can't go and just do it again. You know what I mean? It's.
I mean, to be fair, I actually think Aston Villa are playing well. They're pressing us really high. They've got a lot of. They're
Yeah.
committing them forward when they get the opportunity. They're putting us under pressure. I think they're playing well, actually, and we need to maybe understand that sometimes, we're not playing that great, but sometimes the other team are playing well. Man United was shit last week. Total out of dog shit.
It's because they are playing in a positive manner. We're not.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're playing positive. Yeah, I think they've played really well.
We're playing to contain. Yeah,
but we look disjointed in terms of our press. Doesn't seem as organised as it was last week or anything. You know what I mean? I think we're allowing them some space to play,
do what they want. Yeah,
I think we are allowing them a little bit more, but I just think they're just playing better. Man United made it easier for us last week than what Aston Villa are. Aston Villa are playing well, and we're not quite on it yet. But I just think that sometimes, when the opposition play well, you've got to raise your game, and that's what we've got to start to do.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to get back into this, because at the minute Aston Villa are winning and they probably deserve to be winning.
Like they're too much space, too long.
We've got to produce more than this. We've got to play better.
Just a little bit more urgency from us, really, is what we need, isn't it? A bit of urgency and a bit of control.
A little bit of belief, maybe. It's almost like we don't have the belief that we can go on and create chances and score goals. It's been like it at home all season in the Premier League, certainly.
I must admit, it did seem a bit like Villa came in the game with the attitude of, "Hey lads, it's Arsenal." Do you know what I mean? Easy points here. That old chestnut.
Well, they've certainly come with no fear. Let's put it that way.
No, exactly,
they've come to have a go, and so far it's worked because they've scored, and they've been unlucky not to maybe score another one.
The scary thing is now as well is that even though like I would be confident that we could go through this game not conceding another goal, I'd be relatively confident that we could do that. But in terms of look at this, just as I said that, what I was going to say that I don't think that we can score 3-4 goals in a game anymore. It's more the scoring of goals that would worry me now rather than conceding them.
We can't
exactly that. That's exactly the problem. Yeah. Unfortunately, once we concede a goal in a game, it makes it 10 times more difficult because we've got to try and score two. Scoring one's hard enough for us at the minute, let alone trying to have to score two.
Wow.
I mean, Aston Villa, I'm impressed with how they played. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, but they did this in September that they were saying earlier on, the last game I was at, the home game last season under Unai Emery. They did this, just pressed us high, fucking real, just direct, brave play, and it's working for them again. You know what I mean?
Honestly, Gabriel is just so good.
Yeah, he done well there, didn't he?
Look at the way he's playing. Like
Grealish has got into that little space. He's got into that little space there, hasn't he? And he was just about to ping a shot, and Gabriel read it.
Come on.
Go on, William. William's done absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
No, he's just so I can't be arsed with him.
Another match of trundling.
Yeah. I'll play it from the back now.
I quite like that as a word. It's quite good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We might as well like league trundle.
We're might as well defense under no pressure at all.
He was a good player, Lee Trundle,
He was, yeah. But we might as well have an actual troll doll on the pitch instead of William.
See, our midfield is just giving the ball away time after time.
But it's because there's no options for them, really, is there? Like,
well, no, there isn't. No,
I think Saka's the only one maybe showing himself at all.
Yeah.
Something. I don't have a massive amount of criticisms. Good one, Owen. Good man. I don't have a massive amount of criticisms for Mikel Arteta, but one thing I would say is that, like, the likes of if Willian continues in this sort of shit spell that he's been in for the rest of this half, that at half time take him off and put Pepe on, make the decision early.
I really wanted him to start, to be honest with you.
We
You know, we need all the kind of.
We don't shoot quickly enough. We don't shoot. We try and walk it in again.
No.
It sounds like the beginning of Three Lions. We don't shoot. We don't shoot enough. We don't go down enough. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Oh dear.
Go well done, Bellerin. Oh, come on.
Going.
Oh, Bellerin, he's done that good work, and he's done that.
Oh, great ball. Go on, Bellerin.
That's the problem.
Go on, Bellerin. Have a shot. Have a shot. Why didn't he just have a shot?
Oh, yeah.
Confidence.
Jesus Christ.
They must have watched too much Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Because everyone just stopped getting shot. Like, but they've taken it the wrong way. Everyone just stopped having a shot.
I'll stop playing that from the back and get rid of it.
Oh, that was good actually. The way we played that out actually was quite good.
Not bad, not bad.
If we can get an opportunity to score from this move, it'll be one of the greatest goals ever scored in football.
It's just perfect.
We're not going to though.
We jinxed it now.
They've got Martinez.
No, we're not going to.
So.
Obviously, we're not going to. But if we did, it would have been impressive.
Oh, that was better cross from Willian. That's the sort of cross you want to see from Willian.
Well, it was a good cross.
The pace.
Oh.
Fuck liven up, you fucking stupid. Williams annoying me.
I know. What was he doing there?
Here's
He
what
just stood there.
an old friend of mine from Devon would describe as a lifeless turd at this point. Look at him! Lifeless turd.
Oh dear. Oh, back.
Oh, that's a lovely
Good ball. Good ball.
Beautiful ball.
Look at that. There. All the good
Oh!
stuff.
Fucking what a keeper. What a goalkeeper.
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet, but it's looking like it's going to be good. Go on, Saka. Oh, he just got a touch.
Oh, that was Partey.
I'm way behind now, I think. Good save.
Few in the chat saying giving Aston Villa far too much respect in this match.
Yeah.
I think we're showing signs of being pretty decent at the moment up front. A lot more.
It should have took us 1-0 down twice.
Here's the problem, right? See, with say Lacazette playing up front, we take him off. Arteta puts Nketiah in, which I don't understand because what the fuck can Eddie and Nketiah do that Aubameyang can't do in that position?
You put Pepe in. Yeah. You put Pepe in. Yeah, put Saka onto the left, Aubameyang down the middle, and Pepe on the right. That's not what anyone wants to see. Everyone agrees that should be.
You're right, Melvin.
You'll see why in a second, boys.
Oh, go away.
Sorry.
Oh, don't say we're 2-0 down.
We should have
almost went 2-0 down there. Another Oggy it would have been as well. Oh, my chest just went there. Seriously. I can't remember who was passing it back, but Kate was no man.
Early ball.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Lacazette for honestly, I swear. Hope he's been sick over that.
Oh my God.
I'm way behind you guys. So I've got more disappointment to come. Double disappointment.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all.
He's got one job to do: score a goal. And all he had to do was say good morning.
Looks like he's been sick over the holding.
I mean, Tierney's passing, so for the last 5 minutes or so, it's unbelievable. You can't ask for a better cross. He's got to do better. He's got to score. As simple as that.
He's got to put it on target at least.
At least.
It's
gone right onto his head. Referee.
We're talking about the creativity and goal scoring opportunities. I mean, look, that you can't get a better cross on that from Tierney. Beautiful ball.
Yeah.
Come on, we need to get a goal.
Yeah, that was poor. That was a poor header.
John 1886 says it. Yeah, Laka couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo from 2 yards. I couldn't agree more.
No. Exactly.
Oh, dear.
They're quite dangerous cows, though, if you upset them.
I know. Just ask my ex-girlfriend.
Well, was she a farmer?
She was a vet. She was always up to her armpit. In the cow.
Oh, dear.
Come on, move for him. Fuck's sake.
Oh, dearie.
And that just about says it all. The movement is sleepy at best.
I think we've had some really good moments. It's just that we're not able to maintain them for a period of time.
I'll defend that better. Come on, guys, wake up.
I mean,
That's not
a
a
goal
foul.
just before half time would be would definitely give us a bit of renewed confidence, wouldn't it? I mean, look at the Mulder game. You know that we got a goal just before half time there, and look at us when we came out afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just don't look like we're going to maybe get one, though, do we? That's the problem.
We should have had one.
You should have, yeah.
Well, Lacazette, yeah, you should have done better with that, yeah.
Poor header from the centre forward as well. Running onto it. There was no defender either side of him. 6 yards out. No, not for me.
Giroud would have scored that.
Should never have sold him.
Sold the wrong striker.
We sold the wrong striker.
Bring back Bentner. That's what I say.
Adam Smith would have scored that. Why don't we still have him?
He fucking would too.
He would. He's probably still scoring now.
And then he'd mention it in every single FIFA for the next 20 years again.
Where's Shamak now?
We can't now. He's gone, isn't he? They dropped him. Well, Shamak, I think he's retired as well. I hope he has anyway.
He retired when he played for us.
Good hair.
As soon as the ink was dry.
He had weird hair.
6 minutes extra time.
Chappers would have liked his hair because he has.
Well, I was just saying he's doing hair product commercials now. I think old.
Yeah, he probably is.
Marijuana.
His hair was the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, his hair wasn't.
What's worse about that, mate, is that he wanted it to look like that.
That's worrying, isn't it? Actually, it's quite worrying.
He was really balding on top. He was cut.
Thin hair.
Disguised it, wasn't he?
Javinho.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, wow.
That's what I'm going for.
He's got a 5 head. So,
yeah, Javinho had a big forehead, didn't he? To be fair.
I'm going the same direction myself.
3 minutes. Only 3 minutes extra time.
I mean, it took him 5 minutes to decide about that goal.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense.
Good ball.
Or maybe that doesn't count as an added time because it was a referee took his time. It's nothing to do with the players. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, stopped before.
Corner.
No, time stopped. This time stopped, surely.
Well, you'd have thought so.
Exactly. Looking good.
Right?
Yeah, I got a corner. What's the name? McGinn hoofed it into Rose Z, basically.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we need to score this corner. We need to score from this corner.
Oh my god!
We don't, I'm afraid. Spoiler alert.
Who's first man? At least he beat the first man.
Who said that? That's basically like saying the Titanic sunk at the end of the Titanic movie. That's how much of a fucking spoiler that is.
Exactly.
Tyrone McIntyre in the comment section says, what do you call it? Glad Arsenal are monitoring the young striker Daka from Salzburg. The other player they're monitoring is Dominic Javosley. He can play left wing or centre attacking midfield, and his release clause is only 24 million. So I think January, that's one you're probably you could see he's a fucking absolute baller.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but this is what I said on Ryan's stream earlier, though. There's nothing to say at the moment that Emile Smith-Rowe ain't just as good as him, but we don't know. I know. Listen, I know Szoboszlai is an incredible player, and of course I want him at Arsenal. But if he just, do you know what I mean? I just wish we could get a real good look at Emile Smith-Rowe, just to give him a chance.
The only thing I mentioned the other night, do you think that ESR could possibly be the next Jack Wilshere? Every single time he seems to have an opportunity to get into the team, he always gets injured.
I'd be worried about that, but the injuries are different. The injuries are different parts of his body. Just been really bad luck. But the most recent one is his shoulder. So I'm not too worried about that. I just think he needs to get match fit. He needs to get a run of games. It's so frustrating because I just know that the kid is so good and special.
Yeah.
And there's an athletic podcast out all about him. The Next Big Thing, it's called. Have a listen to that. It's it's just a shame because people like that. Szoboszlai. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be upset about it. It's brilliant, but
it's good competition for him as well.
Another brick in the wall against him starting or getting a chance even.
Yeah.
So, half time, by the way.
Half time. Do you reckon? Do you reckon he'll make changes now, the manager, or give it 20 minutes?
He needs to. If he wants
20 minutes.
He's got to change something up. It's just looking really stale and really static.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating because we've shown in flashes in that half that we can actually be quite dynamic in our attack and get the ball in pretty quick, but we're not doing enough with it, which is really frustrating.
You've got to remember, Andrew, that when the ball gets in quick, there's no one there, just Lacazette, and he ain't going to do anything.
I know. He's not a striker anymore. He's like a glorified, deep line, like a number 10 position he's playing, isn't he? That's how deep he is. If not more deep, like a false 8.
Well, two out of our 3 strikers are just not at the races today, and Aubameyang's not had any action at all. So, I mean, what can you expect, really? Andrew's had enough.
I'm going for a fag.
He's disgusted by the whole thing. Who can blame him?
Oh dear. Time to go. That's enough.
We've had one shot on target. Aston Villa have had no shots on target, and yet we're losing 1-0.
Makes sense. It's Arsenal.
I might have to go and have a restorative mini dime bar. It's the only way.
Is it okay if I make a shameless plug here, Brian?
What
do you call it? It's only for today. I'm doing a thing on my channel. If you want to follow us over on Gunner Crack on Twitter, that if you subscribe to our YouTube channel today, for every new subscriber to the channel today, I'm donating £1 for every single one of them to go to the Gunners v Cancer that Mike Fenberg is doing. So if you want to head over and sort of do your good deed for the day, you'll put money towards charity, and then you're getting some quality content too. So, well, sort of quality.
See, I would have done that on my channel as well, but I can't afford it, so I'm not going to be able to.
Man, I'm living it big time here. I've got the pay-per-view legally paid for. I've, hand money to charity.
You're living the dream, mate, I tell you.
I'll be living in a fucking box next week.
We need to get 2,000 subscribers.
I know. I'm thinking, hopefully not that many people actually do it.
What will you do if you get 3,000? Have you thought of that?
I'm leaving the Arsenal podcasting world. I'm deleting my Twitter account, and I'm never doing it again.
Oh dear.
I'd share them around, boys, but I've only got 4 left. What can I say? IKEA, though, go to IKEA, get a big fat bag of them, pay a £5 or something. Here's Chapper Carl Jenkinson in disguise. Thanks for that, Sam Greenwood TV. Thanks a lot. We'll see, I've got an Arsenal duvet bedspread just here actually as well. Yeah.
Oh dear. But I've put the link in from the link to your channel, Craig, in the chat now. So everyone go and do that now. So you have to pay a lot of money now. There's 681 of you here.
It cost me a fucking fortune.
Oh,
I'll just
every single person in internet land, please subscribe to Owen's channel so that he's got to pay out thousands of pounds.
No, I'm just going to say what you said, mate. Somebody hacked me.
That's a good point, actually.
Did the Mission Impossible thing as well? Put the mask on as well, pretended to be you on camera.
Yeah.
Got a little voice in the throat.
Yeah, they did everything. Yeah.
I'm gonna...
It was a very intricate plan, actually. They'd thought every single section through, hadn't they? Completely thought it through really well.
I'm actually going to go over and check just to make sure it hasn't skyrocketed, because now you're making me shit myself.
I've never come on here again.
It's gone up. It's gone up, but definitely a manageable amount. So thanks everybody that's jumped over. And if you haven't already, then you're being an arsehole. Go over and do it.
I haven't even subscribed to it yet. Sorry about that. I'll do it now.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Don't worry about it. It is fine. I'm joking.
That's another pound you just cost yourself.
So what, do or don't? I'm not sure.
Oh dear.
We've got no real shape today. I'm sorry. No real shape.
Sam's just in the chat, by the way,
Melvin.
Melvin, Sam's saying in the chat, you've got your lucky hat on, so we're fine. We'll be okay.
Yeah, true.
True. Oh dear.
Actually, that's true. I can stop worrying now. Actually.
Yeah.
Gunnar Kirk in the chat. How you doing, mate? If you're new to the channel, do subscribe. Come on, guys. We're at home. Well, that's the thing. But we are at home, but we haven't played like we're at home.
Yeah, we are at home. Yeah, we're at home. That's why we're shit.
Mark Darby says Chappers looks more like Johnny Depp with that tash, to be fair. Now, I normally would take that, but
in circumstances
in light of recent events, I'm not sure that's going to be good for my brand. You know what I'm saying?
No, he hasn't got great publicity at the moment, has he?
Yeah.
It was appealing, apparently. He's going to appeal it as well, apparently.
Yeah, I think so. Well, he stands to lose a lot of money, I think. Massive libel case.
He's already lost to one big job, hasn't he? The Fantastic Beasts. He's been forced to
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, they've got my number if they need me.
Wait a second.
Well, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Not much change of box.
Tyler saying Arsenal 44 attacks, Villa 56, Arsenal 25 dangerous attacks, Villa nothing, 15 dangerous attack nil, Villa 15 1 goal. So we've been a more attacking minded in that sense. We've attacked more. We ain't done nothing with it though. Whereas they've even though it's an own goal, done something with it.
We're losing 1-0.
I've just paid for a national advert. I've just paid for a national advert to get you more subscribers, Owen. So should be all right.
Imagine he hit over 5 hours.
Actually, I'm sure we could all chip in and put a Facebook ad together.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'd get at least 5,000 new subscribers by the end of the day.
If you bear with me 1 minute, Kirk, I'll turn this camera off. I'll go and get the Arsenal shirt on. You bear with me then. If you think that's going to well.
I say Sam Greenwood TV, yes. Don't worry, you should feel assured by my rather dapper. Look away, hello, best of British and all that.
Yeah, I cry.
Oh fuck! YouTube notifications.
That's subscribe to your channel.
I know, yeah, I know.
It has 4,006 new subscribers.
God, it'd be so funny. I think I wet myself laughing.
I love it. Actually.
Oh, there's a turn the camera off for a second. Stop camera.
What's going on here? I've got a big fat bloke with glasses on my screen. What's this?
I thought Ryan had left his camera on then. Let's get some reaction from Twitter.
See, I changed the shirt now, so there's no excuse.
See,
Absolutely.
Because it was lucky last week, and I was hoping it might have been lucky this week, but I might have to change mine and all.
I'm going to go and get mine as well, but I feel left out.
Oh dear, Kirk as well.
Tell you what, sorry, go ahead.
I
was just going to say that they're putting out some amount of training kit this year, aren't they? Like normally you get maybe 1 or 2 bits of training kit. They're really fucking milking it this year.
Just a tad, and it's expensive.
Yeah, fucking sure.
It's nice, some of it, isn't it? I'm quite liking what they're putting out. I must admit, I think it's good.
The black one with the kind of splatty bits on it. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a lot of good stuff actually. That new training top that I was wearing yesterday, that like blue, like electric blue and salmon pink. That's quite smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm rather liking that. I must admit. Yeah,
it's a bit flamboyant for myself.
I'm on a nice
mean fucking business now.
There, Russ Morgan.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
Russ, I've got a old moot. Plenty about my 6.
I think I need to put my red top on because you guys have got red top on now. It's only me and Chapman.
I've got me Herbert Chapman memorial thingy.
Herbert Chapman, 708, yeah.
Has he got Chumley Warner on the back, chappers?
bloody hell, what the hell? I can say. Podcasters, know your limits.
What her, Chumley Warner?
Oh dear.
Oh, this has just been a bit of a shit first half, isn't it?
What first half? What's going on?
Get better.
I just thought it was I just thought we were watching a load of blokes moaning. Sorry.
We're just watching a load of blokes kicking a pig splatter all over the place.
You've got a fan, Chappers, now. You've got a fan for life.
Hey.
If you watch From Dial Square to Where every week, you'll see Chappers every week, won't you, Chappers?
Yeah, come on over. Join us on a Wednesday.
People still on adverts, by the way.
Yeah, I've got adverts on. It's an advert saying to subscribe to some YouTube channel. I don't know what they mean.
No, for fuck.
I've got Thomas Partey's touch map at the moment on my screen.
And spend again.
All right, let's see if he's done anything.
I'm still on the adverts. Here's what I'm going to do, boys. I'm going to go on. I'm going to put a tenner on Sky Bet.
Oh, God.
Since I'm burning money tonight anyway.
Yeah. This is your fault.
Now, Owen. Is that what you're doing?
That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna no house by then.
Apparently, Ceballos is coming on. Apparently,
Ceballos.
Yeah, someone's just tweeted out saying Ceballos is coming on second half.
Oh.
be for El Neni, won't it? Because I don't think El Neni was that great, if I'm honest.
Mhm.
Functional, if at best, I think.
Let me see.
I mean, seriously though, how's Willian keeping his place at the moment? Based
No
on what
idea.
he's doing for the team.
He's got Arteta nudes, hasn't he? He's got nudes on Arteta.
He must
He's
have.
got some dirt on him. What, urinating on Russian hookers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden showers.
Yes, the Ballios is on.
Sorry to lower the tone there.
Oh dear.
Mind you, a lot of times in history, we've been losing to Aston Villa and come back and got a result. So history is on our side. I will say that.
I'm quite happy that my dad doesn't know how to operate a mobile phone because he'd be in his element right now.
The teams are waiting to come out of my screen.
Yeah,
Ceballos has got a nice 1930s barnet as well.
So Bios is on for Partey, apparently.
What?
Really?
That's what I've seen.
No.
That's what somebody
Yeah.
posted.
It's got to be for El Neni, surely.
Well, that's
Wow.
for trouble.
I don't know.
Partey
We'll soon see.
was our best player.
Did he take him off for Partey?
Unless he picked up an injury.
Yeah, he has. He has. He must be injured.
Oh, well, that's
He can't have been taken
Okay.
off for any other reason. He must have had a
Yeah,
knock
Mark
or
Dean,
something.
That's madness. That is madness.
Must be a knock.
Yeah,
I can't
got
think of
to be
any other.
something, yeah. No, he was our best player in the first half, so that makes, unless he's injured, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
He's got to have been, surely.
Lacker's still on. So,
Yeah. And so is Willian, sadly.
yeah.
Yeah, but if that was an injury, which it must be, he's not then going to make a tactical substitution as well,
Yeah.
is he? At the same time,
No.
just because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to waste another substitution if
Yeah,
he's
they
had
got
to make.
three
Just kicked off. Just
It must
kicked
be
off
an
on my
injury.
screen.
It must be an injury.
I catch up with you then.
No, I'm nowhere near kicking off yet.
Yeah,
I
players
wouldn't say nowhere near. I've got Lacazette at the moment,
Same.
the back of Lacazette.
Yeah,
Same.
the knock. Yeah, Tom saying it's a
they've
knock.
just kicked off. They've just kicked off.
Yeah.
And they've
Put a
handed
tenner.
the score on the screen just in case we'd forgotten.
I've
Put a,
got
ten,
I'm well
put a
behind.
tenner on us to win 2-1 and Aubameyang to score any time. £100 back. So
Mm.
I don't know. I'm well behind, boys. I've got Ramsey on my screen.
Ramsey.
We're like 2 years behind. Yeah.
I'm on 45, 39, 40.
I'm
41.
on. I don't know. They've got the caption as a substitution.
51, 52, 53.
I'm on 45, 37.
46-22.
I'm on 45, 37.
DWTT. Why do the football gods hate us? It's very true.
Because we went invincible, that's why. Ever since then.
He must be injured, Russ. Must be injured.
He's
Yeah.
got to be.
He's
He's got to be injured. There's no way he's.
He was holding. He looked to be holding his quad, sort of halfway through the first half. He was
What, quadriplegic? He was holding a quadriplegic. Well, no wonder he was running around slowly. If he's carrying one of those around.
Other disabilities are available.
Part's got an ice pack on his left thigh.
That's all we need, isn't it?
well. At least it's the international break.
Got 2 weeks to
true.
recover, yeah.
Oh, well, then. Oh.
Ghana. He plays for Ghana, doesn't he? Partey.
Yeah.
Mm. Thigh injury.
Oh.
That's what everyone's tweeting, by the way, coming from my screen.
Yeah, I think it's got to be an injury. There's no way he's took him off for any other reason. He was the best player in the midfield in the first half for us.
Oh God. Oh,
That's
no.
soft.
No. Come on. Fucking hell. We kept the right keeper. We definitely kept the right keeper.
You're ahead of me.
Are you sure this time?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh,
What
Grealish.
What's your time on it, Andrew?
47, 47, 48, 49.
Yeah, we kept the right keeper. Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm on 47-40 now.
Yeah, same, Ryan.
Actually, that was quite a good save, to be fair.
Mm.
You shouldn't get beaten at your near post, though, should you?
What time I'm on you that? That was his fucking trait, that was.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. We got rid of the wrong keeper then, didn't we?
Quite a few times.
We should have played both of them and just dropped an outfield player and played both of them in goal.
Sure, we've been doing that recently, didn't we? Have 2 keepers on the bench against Mold and 2 against Dundalk.
Apparently, you have to in the Europa League. Oh my god! Oh my god!
That was poor, wasn't it?
What is wrong with Willian?
Well, he was born, and 20 odd years later, we're being punished for it. Bring back Manoni, oh bloody hell!
What is wrong? He didn't get a touch. He didn't get a touch.
Oh my god!
Who are we talking about here? Willian.
The real life troll doll.
He's really been really dreadful. I mean, I know, you were saying about, well, let's not use up another substitution, but Jesus Christ, we can't keep having that trash on the pitch.
Literally,
he got a deflection. He was asking for a corner. It didn't touch anyone. Just went out near enough for a throw.
It was such a bad shot. He thought it must be a deflection.
See, Russ Morgan said, give Willian another 5 minutes, bring on a match winner like Pepe. I agree with bringing on a match winner like Pepe, but why give Willian another 5 minutes? What's he going to do?
We had a match winner on the bench, if only.
You what, sorry?
You know very well that Pepe can win us the match. Everyone's seen it.
Oh, that's like that debate again. Bloody hell. All night.
Well, it's better than we sold the wrong goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's true.
Come on, Danny. Give it.
Variety, isn't it?
Even got my lad texting me saying Willian's dreadful.
Ghastly. Right, we've got a little bit of a break happening here.
Saka wasn't very good.
Don't foul.
Come on, Danny.
Go on, Danny.
Not going back. We need to score a goal. Not going backwards. Oh, guys.
Well, Nanny struggled slightly too, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying the other night on Wednesday with Rich and Andrew. I was saying to both of them that I said whoever wins the midfield in this match is going to win the match, and we really have not been there at all in the midfield.
No.
Yeah. And I doubt that we're going to see that now either with Partey coming off. I think he was the only one maybe with the ability to do that.
A little bit of midfield nous about him, but Jack Grealish's calves.
Their defenders are attacking the ball. Our attackers are not attacking the ball.
No, this is actually very poor.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Good ball.
Ceballos.
Yeah. early in.
So that's what Ceballos can do. If he gets the license to actually go forward a bit more, he's actually really good. Look what he does for Spanish under-21s.
I think that if you played him in a 10 consistently, I know he sort of struggled with it at Leicester, but give him a few games in that position, and then that's a free kick, surely. Yellow card too.
I am way behind, 52-48.
No, I'm at 53-15.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'll try not to.
I'm about 15, 20 seconds behind Owen then.
I'm on 53.02, 53.03.
I think I'm lined up with Andrew and Melvin.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry?
53.
Yeah.
Should we just do that all match? That'd be really interesting for people watching. I'll just keep giving the time out.
53-17.
53, 47, 48, 49, 50.
It's your time keep going forward all the time.
The problem is, obviously, when it's a stream, it'll keep stopping and starting every so often anyway, so it'll keep changing. And then sometimes it jumps forward a minute.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it catches up with itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Got a free kick on the edge of the boxes, and they've literally got to cross it in basically.
Yeah. Oh god, Willian standing over it. Might as well skip forward a minute. Willian standing over it.
So, he's outside the box and the foul was committed. So, gonna say.
Oh, that was nice. See something different.
I've seen Pepe's warming up there.
Good. Bloody time. Oh, yeah, I see him too.
What's the runner?
Oh, Ceballos just wide.
Oh, unlucky. Not too bad. To be fair, the other guys in the midfield up a little bit since he's come on.
Tell you, John McGinn is running the show in midfield.
Sloppy man.
Oh,
come on. Jesus Christ. That's well offside.
He's offside, isn't he?
Yeah. Their kits remind me of like back in the 80s and 90s where I used to wear Kappa.
Yeah. Kappa shell suits.
I had a really nice Kappa tracksuit. I used to wear it to go Arsenal back in the day.
I know. I had a Kappa tracksuit. I literally wore it out.
What did he save that?
Yeah. We kept the right keeper, I told you.
Yeah, it was a good save.
Tyrone Mings' hair is literally like one of those mops that, old-fashioned mops your mum used to have.
Like a proper janitor style.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Obviously been dyed black.
Are they checking? Oh god!
Oh come on! What? Oh my god! Jesus, that hit that well. Whoever that was, whoever got in the way as well. I think you're in trouble. Properly in the nuts, I think.
That's better.
That was better from Willian.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I know.
Not there.
Well, Tierney.
Yeah, Tierney took one for the team there, didn't he?
Yeah. And got back up straight away as well.
Did you get one in the knackers?
Oh, yeah, just a tad.
Properly levered it and called it on the volley. Not his knackers, the ball, but they went into his knackers.
I thought to get it away in the middle of the fucking pitch.
God, I love
he must be wearing a codpiece if he's got up and carried on playing without having to go down. Tierney there. There's no way he could have survived that.
He's got his iron brew down there, mate. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely no way he would have survived that. Like
that Matty Cash is lucky not. Is Matty Cash booked? No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
He's lucky he did not have a yellow card here.
Have they?
None of them have been booked. No, for them lot, no.
Here we are. It's a replay of his iron brew. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
That's got to have hurt. Bloody hell. Hard as nails, old Kieran Tierney. He's made it squat.
He's just going to talk with a really high-pitched voice now.
Yeah.
Oh, bang.
Well, Dublin and Hemp in the chat saying Leeds completely exhausted Villa for 2 weeks ago. Villa are cruising this game. We need to go up the tempo. If we up the tempo, basically, they won't be able to withstand it. Making it too easy for them.
Yeah.
I know.
I agree.
Oh, go on. That's better. Look, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Leeds play a very quick game, don't they?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Aubameyang.
Their style.
I know, bad, wasn't it? Bad.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
So Bios is really trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck this half.
Well done, Gabriel.
Yeah, I want to see that from the midfielders. Drive with the ball. That's why I wanted Willock on the bench. Get the ball and run at them.
Uh-oh.
Nearly, No, nearly dodgy. We might have sold the wrong goalkeeper then, nearly, but it was all right.
So.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
This mess.
Oh, come on. Oh.
A fucking Lacazette, yellow.
Right, take him off. Take him off. See, my mate often comes up with these kind of weird and wacky, sort of harebrained new rules for football. Like, he came up with quite a few good ones. Like, for one of them was like the manager power play. So for 10 minutes, you get to put your manager on, but he has to wear his suit and slip-ons. He's not allowed to change into a kit or anything, just like suit and slip-on. And like, so obviously, like, if Allardyce is your manager, you're fucked. But if you've got Arteta or Lampard or something like that, it's not quite so bad.
Alice will be all right, won't they?
Yeah. So, yeah.
See, the thing is, right, you say that as though it's stupid, and then you see the offside rule, and you think, actually, why not just do that?
Oh my God, who's that?
Holding.
No,
Pathetic.
Oh,
Fuck's sake. It's going to be a long half hour, this.
So anyway, another one of those rules that he came up with was like a fans poll. And so, like, for one of the substitutes, the fans get to vote on who to take off. I think that's quite good.
Yeah. Does he work for FIFA, your mate?
Oh, come on.
Be great to have the get the mascots on at some point. We can rehire Gunnosaurus.
Yeah, man.
You'd be better having Gunnosaurus up there than Lacazette at the minute. Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Well, actually, we haven't got a mascot, so that would be shit, wouldn't it?
We do. Ozil.
He's a cheerleader, not a mascot.
Here, in all seriousness, though, why the fuck don't they put Kieran Tierney? Why don't they put Kieran Tierney on corners? The best crosser of a ball in the team, and they don't put him on corners.
I don't understand it either.
Holding's just missed an absolute sitter, by the way.
That was about 5 minutes ago, mate. So.
Shocking. Professional footballer.
And Ketia's coming on. And Pepe.
I think.
So that could be coming off then.
Yeah, Lacazette Willian.
Yeah, it's going to be Lacazette Willian, yeah.
I hope so.
They
need to spell out the team. Well, that was a nice little bit of skill there by Rob Holding. See that?
Holdinho.
Yeah. Nice little Cruyff little flick. Come on. Oh, fuck off.
I stopped playing with somebody, for fuck's sake.
End paps. End paps. End cats and end paps.
Aubameyang's hair. He's all...
That's why he's upset.
Oh my God. He caught sight of himself on the big screen.
It's up the bloody tempo. Bloody ain't that hard.
But Arteta just wiped his hand on Nketiah's head. He must have sneezed on it a minute ago.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Actually, Aubameyang's hair is looking dreadful there.
Yeah.
He's got a Javinho forehead going on there, hasn't he?
Captain, man.
Your Williams coming off.
Good.
About time.
63 minutes too long.
Oh, that's a nice ball by Ceballos. Oh, that was good. That was well done.
And Lacazette's coming off.
Honestly, he's been good this half, Ceballos. He's been really trying stuff.
Right, let's see what we can do. See if we can improve.
I hate to say it, but he's like the new Mkhitaryan, isn't he, Willian?
Yeah, that's a decent comparison, I think, actually.
Well, with regards to form and fitting within the system.
Come on, put him under pressure, Arsenal. Come on.
Ooh.
Like nobody there. There's fucking nobody there.
Good cross that was, and all right onto the penalty spot, pretty much. Exactly where it should be.
At least Nketiah knows where the target is.
Yeah.
He knows where the goal is.
Exactly. He wants to score. He's greedy for goals, and that's what you need. You know, Lacazette just couldn't give a shit whether he scored or not.
Oh.
I mean, Nketiah often gets written off, you know, but I just often think that every time he plays, there's always some incremental improvement in his game. You know?
It's different from years ago. I was making this point. You think even back in the 90s, early 2000s, everybody was playing with the two up front, and you used to be able to sort of break a young player in. Break a young player in by playing him with an experienced striker, but you don't get that anymore because everyone's playing sole striker.
Wish that would have gone in. Oh, that would have been amazing. Proper levered that. Have you all seen it? El Nini's shot.
No, not yet.
Oh, got in the way. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
properly levered it. That he did.
It would be.
Oh, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, sir.
I didn't get it.
No, it hit Nketiah.
It was going wide
straight into the top left-hand corner. That would have been incredible. Can you imagine him? He would have been literally crowned the whole king of the club for the next 10 seasons.
Actually, it was going to hit the cameraman behind the goal.
Yeah, I know. It was a shit shot, but it would have been great if it flown in.
At least he tried, though. At least he tried something different.
That's good. Yeah. That was Grealish on the floor, I think, isn't he?
Oh,
no, it's
not Grealish.
It's Matty Cash.
Oh, right. I thought it was number 10.
Ah, dearie, dearie, dear.
Drinks break again. Come on, Arteta. Come on. Who's that fat bloke? Oi, fat bloke, get off the pitch. Where are you?
Have we made all the subs we can now? We just allowed 3?
Yeah, that's it. That's done now for subs.
It's all or nothing.
Handball.
Oh, William Shakespeare can piss off. Or Chris Shakespeare, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, that's that Craig Shakespeare, isn't it? Who didn't he take over at Leicester one time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucked over Ranieri and took over the club and fucked himself over.
Good
Looks
ball.
like fucking William Shakespeare. Come on!
Oh, hit that.
Oh,
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Offside anyway. It's offside anyway.
That's your centre forward for you.
Great pass from Martinez, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was offside, yeah.
Did he know that, do you think?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Great ball.
That's a foul. Got to be a booking as well.
Very much so.
Don't get a booking, no.
No.
Nudgy it to him.
We fucking play like this is a possession drill.
There's no tempo to it. That's what I'm saying. If we up the tempo, they make it so easy for them.
No movement. They're just really static. The movement
Gabriel's passing as well. Unbelievable.
Really poor.
Oh! Oh! Unlucky. That's what we want. That was a brilliant shot. That was inches wide of the post.
So if we lose, I'll not be happy.
Keeper was beaten then, I reckon.
Yeah, it's a good try. That was really good.
Willian? Oh, not Willian. Pepe.
Ooh!
It's unlucky that. That's what you want, though. Just shoot.
Come on in, Peps.
Peps.
Pepe Le Pew. Oh, ma chérie. Oh.
Keeper was beaten. If that's on target, the keeper's beaten.
Yeah. But he didn't piss around though, did he? He just had a shot straight away. That's what you want to see. Good. A bit more positivity.
Here's a stat for you. I think Emi Martinez has conceded the most goals from shots from outside the box in the league this season.
He sold the
wrong keeper.
Sold the wrong keeper, yeah.
I think Melvin's hat's going to be going in a bin at this rate.
Yeah. They're going to see this again. But I'm taking it off now.
My pants
are going off a bit, Mel. That's.
I won't get rid of my pants, during the show though. Don't worry about it.
It's all right, mate. We can only see from like sort of shoulder up anyway.
I know, but I'd have to stand up to get them off, wouldn't I?
I don't know, mate. We don't know what you've got underneath. You don't have to show it. You don't have to show it.
Got me lowest cords on.
No blocked.
It's quite hard to swallow, isn't it? When you look at like.
Oh, go away.
The attacking
go away.
Villa have provided, which has not been particularly dangerous.
Mm-hmm. I swear to God.
Oh my God, it's 2-0.
20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go.
Another good goal. Can't knock that goal, but again,
good goal.
Watkins.
I just fucking give up. I really do something.
Barkley did well there.
Have I fucking? Did I put the moppers on it then, or what?
Really good cross. Oh, it's off. Well, no, he's not offside.
No, he's not.
Is anyone offside in the build-up?
Honestly, what can you do about a cross like that when it's like on the volley? That was top quality. That was. You've got to take your out to them.
Yeah, I'm in trouble
the Arsenal Misfit says, "This is a pathetic showing. Arteta out. I've seen enough." Calm down, man. Calm down. Trust the process. Maybe not today, but
in general.
Oh my God, I'm so.
If we take our chances, we'll win.
I mean, they haven't really had an awful lot of attacking
threat. Oh my God, it's going to be 3. It's going to be 3. Oh my God, off the line. Don't do this to me, please. Get it away, please. Oh no. Oh, what's going on?
Danny Ceballos kept us in the game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Still
that's
haven't got it
switch
away.
off. Switch it
Russ
off.
Morgan, Miss Molina, I did say maybe not today.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a fucking stomach ulcer at this rate. I am.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can someone close it down and get rid of this, please?
What, the stream itself? Or?
Yeah, and the game. Yeah. Can we just
That would-
restart the whole? Can we restart the whole game and start again as fresh? Oh dear.
To be fair, we should have known what was coming when we conceded a goal in the first 20 seconds.
Yeah.
We're getting that done by fucking Villa. A team that's been dropped form as well, conceding goals, and whether okay, you have the ball, don't worry.
Yeah, but I live in like a Villa sort of area, because my lads, all their mates, all their cousins, all their schoolmates are Villa fans, and that's why I feel so pissed off for them. They have to put up with it all the time.
Yeah,
yeah, we're better than you. I feel sorry for them more than anything.
Yeah, John in the chat saying burn the hat, Melvin. The luck's run out.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake.
my boxer shorts are going in the bin straight after the match, you know.
Fuck's sake. We're getting dominated by fucking Villa. Oh, go away. No, not happy. No.
3-0. 3-0.
Yeah, they can't.
What?
They all can't.
I mean, I'm not being funny.
Though.
Seriously, I'm not being funny, but that was the difference between them last season and this season is phenomenal. That was,
Ronaldo, that's what I'm saying.
You have to say they've been really good, but I just can't. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I mean, that was a brilliant break. Look at him go.
Why are we not up the ante? We made these substitutions. We haven't upped the ante. We haven't done what
This is just,
guys in the
this
chat
is
said.
just
Fast pace. We've got okay. We'll play it slow, build up. We'll get there eventually. But we're fucking 3-0 down.
I can't believe this. What I'm watching.
This will be a long. We're playing like this against
Meg.
teams like this. No disrespect, but we ain't getting top. Let's be honest.
Leno got megged and all. We sold the wrong goalkeeper.
I know it's only 8 games in, guys, but this ain't good. 4 defeats now out of 8.
No, it ain't.
We haven't scored a goal apart from a penalty in the Premier League for fucking ages.
It's worrying, isn't it? It's very worrying.
I'm not going on.
This is embarrassing.
I'm Twitter for about a week.
Oh dear.
I refuse.
We'll do this. Do you want to know? We'll do this fucking all the time.
Ollie Watkins has scored more goals than that whole team put together in the Premier League this season. Ollie Watkins.
We'll go down and then we'll turn into Burnley trying to fucking knock it up into the box.
I'll tell you what, Aubameyang has been dreadful this game as well.
Yeah, been just for a few games. He doesn't turn up.
That's a real worry, isn't it? Serious worry. He was actually carrying us, and now he's not playing well at all. So,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but there's
there's
one person to blame for this. One person to blame, and that's the manager.
Exactly. But we said earlier, he's going to make mistakes.
When you can't attack, you can't rely on your defence. You can't rely on the defence. It hardly keeps a clean sheet to get you out of trouble.
But then, just to play devil's advocate, you can tell a player to go out and be positive. You can tell a player to go out and drive the ball forward. But it's up to the fucking people on the pitch to get the ball and do that.
We're playing in a way. Someone said it before, like a training drill. That's exactly what we look like. It's far too. That's what is drilled into them, which is fine if it's going to work, but it clearly hasn't worked. It hasn't worked all season. When have we played well this season? Even last week, Man United, we got the right result, but they were terrible. We haven't played well against a good team. Every good team we've played against has beaten us and beaten us reasonably easily.
No, they ain't. Well, we started to actually beat all those teams, and that it's the lower teams that we really struggle against. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but this is look at the teams we've lost to this season. We've lost to Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, and Villa. Right, all of them teams are above us in the league. They're all in the top 4, pretty much. So any time we played a decent team, we haven't beaten a team above us or near us in the league. Who we beat, Sheffield United, who were bottom, Man United, who were about 16th, West Ham, who at the time we beat them, they were bottom. I don't know who else we've beaten. Who else have we beaten? Sheffield United. Who else? Fulham, and they're in the bottom 3. Fulham. We've beaten all the crap teams we've played, and we've lost to anyone half decent. We've lost to everyone half decent.
Yeah, 4 wins, 4 defeats.
I'm sorry, this isn't progress. Right? This isn't progress. We've had a good transfer window. We've got better players in. This isn't progress.
We've got Leeds, Wolves, and Spurs coming up. On this current form, it is not looking very hopeful, is it?
No, it's not looking hopeful. We might beat Leeds simply because they're losing to everyone at the minute. I don't know what's gone wrong with them.
Well, I don't think we'll beat Leeds. I think we'll get beaten by Leeds. I thought that all season. They play the wrong type of football for us. They'll.
For fuck's sake, Eddie.
I've got my lad sending me text after text saying my whole entire life Arsenal have been nothing but a disappointment to me. Why am I supporting this club? I can't argue back at the moment, can I? He's only 15. He's been nothing but crap. Apart from the old FA Cup win, obviously.
Thing is, we'll probably win the cup again just because we're not good enough in the league, are we? So we'll probably finish 15th in the league and win the FA Cup again. And everyone will think, that's a good season. Arteta's made progress, 2 trophies. Bullshit. This is
we are a mid-table team, let's face it.
Terrible. We're not even as good as mid-table, I don't think. I just think this is terrible. Leicester was terrible. This is terrible.
But it has to be distributed, the blame for this here. Like, look, Kieran Tierney is a solid 7 out of 10 every game. He's been terrible this evening. Mohamed El Neni has been dreadful this evening. Aubameyang, terrible. You know, you can't.
Saka, you put Saka in that bracket.
Yeah, he's been bad.
Aston Villa have come and done a job on us. That's why we haven't got the tactical capabilities to overcome that.
It's back to that. It's back to that Plan B thing, isn't it? You know,
yeah. This has been
if there's one criticism at all, it's that, and I'm sorry, I'll say this openly, Eddie Nketiah is nowhere near fucking good enough to play up front for Arsenal. He's not.
Correct.
He's nowhere near it. And we have one of the most prolific strikers in European football, one of the best pedigrees, who's 31 playing on the fucking left wing.
Yeah.
That's the one criticism I have.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I don't disagree with you in that Aubameyang should be played through the middle. It's crying out for it. Saka can do a good job on the left. Pepe needs to be given a run on the right. I mean,
but we did it against against Sheffield United. We did it. We were losing the game. He went up front, and was scored within 5 minutes. Yeah. You know, it's.
Yeah, but look at the teams we're beating. In the Europa League, we're beating teams that wouldn't even survive in the Championship. We're beating United, who are one of the worst in the Premier League this season. And we're not beating anybody decent. We're not beating anyone even half decent. It's dreadful. This season has been dreadful. We got away with it at the start of the season with a couple of wins that we didn't deserve against West Ham and Sheffield United. If we hadn't won either of those 2 games, we'd be in the bottom 5. And that's where we probably deserve to be because we're shit. Honestly, this is dreadful. It's not just this one game. It's been consistently dreadful since the start of the season.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Yeah.
When have we played well in the Premier League? When?
I think the United game was us. I think we were brilliant.
United were dreadful.
They were dreadful because we made them dreadful. They went out and beat Salzburg the week before.
Tottenham put 6 past them. Crystal Palace put 3 past them. We could only score a penalty. We didn't. We had 1 shot on target. Other than that, we didn't play that well. We were organised. We didn't play that well. At home, we've been dreadful all season. This is what our fourth home game in the Premier League. We won 2 we didn't deserve to win, and we've lost the other 2 and we haven't even scored. It's dreadful. It's not good enough. It's not nowhere near good enough. We've got no idea. We've got no ideas in the final third of the pitch. No ideas whatsoever.
Do you want to know
this situation where we put Aubameyang on the left, what we'll lose if we take him away from that, 2 or 3 outstanding goals in a whole season. We can forget about that. I'd rather sacrifice that and have him playing up in the middle and scoring another 20 decent goals, not world-class goals. Because, you know what I mean? And he's stopping the players like Saka playing properly, because Saka's not enjoying himself tonight. He's nowhere. He's lost as well. It stops Tierney getting down the left as well, because it gets in the way. Because everyone...
I just showed a replay of that third goal.
Right.
Did you see that? They just showed the replay of that third goal.
Good goal, wasn't it?
You just saw it again. And it all started from Martinez catching the ball from across and making a throw immediately.
Jack Grealish is off the radar. Grealish is off the radar. I'm telling you. He's playing with us.
It all started out from goalkeeping from Martinez. Bloody typical, wasn't it? Actually catching the cross.
But you can't tell me we haven't got better players than Aston Villa, because we have. But Aston Villa have got a way of playing. We're not getting the best out of our players, are we?
I mean, Jack Grealish just then. Did you see that from Grealish?
Just I said to you, he's playing with us, Andrew. He's playing with us.
It's all about playing as a team as well, cohesively, and having a load of what's it called? Confidence as a team. And they're playing with confidence, so we're not.
We've got a group of players. We've got a group of players that walk out.
We haven't got a system that gets the best out of our players. That's as simple as that. And that's the coach. That's the manager's fault. I'm not blaming anybody else other than the manager, because this is going on and on since the start of the season, and he's not putting it right. He's trying to do the same thing. You just saw that goal. I think it was Andrew pointed out, right? If Leno caught the ball, we wouldn't make a counter attack because he'd throw it out. He'd put it on the floor and he'd start pissing around with it, because that's what he's told to do.
Yeah,
we're not to get the ball forward quickly.
I don't know if I agree with that. Leno did that under Unai Emery and Freddie Ljungberg.
They're olaying us now, boys. They're olaying us. I can't hear it, but I can see the football they're playing. It's like olay. I'm telling you.
They're playing as a team. They're playing with confidence. They're being told to express themselves on the ball.
Exactly. No, we're not.
It's doing my head in. I absolutely doing my head in. I know you obviously. I put that video out after the Man City game, and I showed my frustration about this exact thing. And it's not changing, is it? And I am really worried now about it. I am really worried about it.
This is a
big game for us tonight. This was a very big game for us tonight. We've not played well at home all season.
Villa are taking the piss. Seriously.
Olay. We've not beaten anybody at home in the league.
They conceded 7 goals. They conceded 7 goals in the last 2 games, Villa, and we had 1 shot on target. I don't know if we've managed that.
No, we haven't tested them.
Embarrassing.
But they also are still attacking when they're 3-0 up. They're not taking the foot off the gas.
We wouldn't do that.
Pressing well as
7 past Liverpool. They put 7 past Liverpool.
Yeah.
They're pressing us as well, very well.
To say that perhaps it all went wrong when it all went terribly wrong when Partey came off the pitch.
Mm-hmm. We weren't great before then, in all fairness.
Well, I know we weren't great, but at the same time, as far as the midfield was concerned, at least we had some element of stability in there. I think as soon as he went, that whole thing collapsed. And with it, the confidence of our team and the way that we were playing collapsed. It's
the same thing happened when Louise went off against Leicester, though.
Let's not lose our minds over this, right? It is one game. It's one game.
It isn't one game. It isn't one game.
We've lost 4 now.
It's been 7 games out of 8. It's 7 games out of 8.
Hang on. It's a game that we thought we'd win quite easily. Okay, and we haven't, and the reason being is because they turned up and we did not. And that,
who'd you blame for that?
I'm afraid, as far as perspective goes, that's where it's got to stay.
You have to remember too that 2 of them games were against Liverpool and City, and I know we're saying about that it's not good enough and the attacking football isn't good enough. But you have to remember as well that we would have been peppered 3-4-0 in these games years ago. He's given up his attacking sort of freedom to make us defensively more solid. And I don't care what anybody says, losing 1-0 to City or that's progress to me. You know what I mean? The fact that, right, this is an off night, but what do you expect him to do with a group of players that have been doing this for years? And, you know, when we talk about like Saka's still a young kid. He's going to have games, nights off like this. Partey dropped out there. And Nketiah, again, I don't think is there. Pepe massively underperforming. Willian underperforming. He can't go out and kick a ball for these players. You know what I mean? It's a mix. Of course it's a mix. You know, that he hasn't done enough to correct the fucking lack of creativity that we have. But
he's not playing the right players though either, because you say Pepe's underperforming, but in 23 games he's got 18 goal contributions in 23 games, and yet he still picks Willian, who does this exact sum of fuck all every game. Fuck all.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no absolutely nothing you can say that's any justification for that.
No, but that's a typical example of stats being misleading, because Pepe might have had them goal involvements, but also he's probably fell over, lost the ball 100 times more.
Who cares? Who cares? He's contributed to 18. What if we need contributions to goals because we're not scoring any of them? It's not good enough.
You say we're not scoring. I agree. Our attack is poor, but tonight Villa had the ball in our net 4 times. Don't forget that. All right, one wasn't given, but it could have been given.
Absolutely. So that was just one. That was just one example of the fact that we are making terrible mistakes in all across the park. But he's still also picking players on. I don't know why he's picking Willian. Can anyone tell me? I can't.
Regardless of that, the fact of the matter is, this is a performance that's poorer than anything we produced under Emery. Anything. We never played as poorly as this under Emery. This is dreadful. This game has been, and it's not just this game, unfortunately, it's a succession now of Premier League performances that have been poor.
Well, Gunnar Kirk in the chat is asking us, when's the last time we lost to Villa? The 2013-2014 team. No, I think at home. I think it means at home, like Highbury Emirates.
Doesn't matter, does it? We should lose to them wherever we're playing, but we do.
I mean, there's losing and there's this. You know, like you said, we lost 1-0 to Man City. We lost 3-1 to Liverpool. We lost 1-0 to Leicester. That's sort of losing I mean, Leicester was a submission really, but this is taking losing to a different level. 3-0 at home to Aston Villa.
The only player,
let's face it.
The only player that can walk off the pitch with his fucking head up is a guy who doesn't even fucking play for this club on a permanent basis.
Yeah,
Danny Ceballos, the only player showing a bit of guile.
Gabriel's been good again. I mean,
he was questionable there.
He's actually been all right, but
the third goal he was at fault. He should have stepped up. He sat back and let him stay on side. He played him on side for the third goal, Gabriel.
The one good thing is he's actually, you can see, he plays with his heart. He's trying his absolute utmost. You can't say that about most players, though, can you?
I've got 3 more minutes of this hell.
As Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "Pal is other people." I don't know what that says about us.
That should have been 4-0. Should have been 4-0 there. We were fucking lucky.
I was just pissed off of the spiners as a defence.
Look at this. Look.
They've been putting in general.
Oh my God! Leno just spilled it.
Leno got away with one.
Yeah, he let that one go, Leno, didn't he? Dropped it. Spilled it out.
I don't know if I can... This is so bad. I can't barely watch.
Oh my God!
Embarrassing. That's what it is. Embarrassing.
Well,
I think it's looking now from the 75th minute after Holding's chance. We haven't had a chance, and now if we play till tomorrow, we won't score.
No. And after he missed that chance, we sort of down tools and okay, he's not all right tonight. Boom.
And can you see a score? I could just, if we played another 3 halves, played 2 games.
Melvin, we could play for the rest of the week. We won't score.
Yeah, exactly.
So are Are we all in the sort of roll on January camp now, or what?
Roll on summer.
No, look, I'm kidding. All right. 2 weeks we have now. 2 weeks for the international break. Okay. There's 2 weeks to regroup to actually start to sort of think about, all right, what the fuck are we going to do to address this attacking issue here? As Owen was saying about the
obviously
sacrificing your attack for a more solid defense. Okay, we're kind of at that point now where we need to sort of slap on the next bit of the puzzle, crack on with the next bit of the puzzle, don't we? What that is anyone's guess.
There's a big thing here too that we'll have a mention, and this is something I mentioned that I was concerned about a couple of weeks ago, and I don't even want to talk about him at all. But when you make the decision to leave Mesut Ozil out of the squad, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, that's a fucking big sword to die on. We've seen it with Unai Emery, and he looked weak when he reversed the decision. Now I'm going to be interested to see in January whether he reverses the decision on Mesut Ozil, because, like, as I said, whether you think he's a good player or not, he provides what we are lacking at the minute, clearly. And, you know, to have a player on that money not even available is a big call. And I think you know, it's ammo for people who want to beat Arteta, if you know what I mean. And it's always going to be brought up.
We are playing passive, weak, timid, and feeble football, and that's the problem. I've been going on about this for weeks. We've got like some kind of inferiority complex where we think that we should always overpraise the opposition rather, and work against their strengths rather than working on our strengths. We've never done that for years, and that is what pisses me off more than anything. We're Arsenal. We should be able to go, especially at home, just go and say, right, we're going to impose our game on the opposition. And we never do. Never.
Is it over? Is the game over?
The game's finished. It's all time, but as Andrew says, it's like, when's the last time we can actually say we watched a game at home or away, especially at home, and we've gone out with the authority of, we're going to put our foot on your neck and put you under pressure from the first second to the end and actually beat you. And not just beat you 1-0, 2-0, absolutely obliterate you. We don't do that.
We've just been beaten 3-0 at home, and we had 2 shots on target. 2 shots. Even if we scored, or even if we had 100% conversion rate, we would still have lost that game
against an of all due respect, out of form Aston Villa. And as you said, it's at home either way. We don't even test a goalkeeper.
That's actually the worst Arsenal performance I think I can remember.
That was so disappointing. That was
a long time. Before Emery, even before Wenger, probably. That was, for a home game in the Premier League, that was just not acceptable. I'm sorry, not acceptable.
No, that was pathetic.
And as you said, Richard, before, we've played 8 games now. We've won 4, lost 4, and the 4 we've lost against teams that are above us in the league.
We haven't beaten anybody half decent. We've played 4 teams that have been decent teams or half decent teams, and we've lost them all. We've not even looked like we were going to beat any of them. And even some of the games that we've won, we were lucky. Fulham are just terrible.
Richard, apart from Fulham, every other game we won, we could have easily drawn or got beat.
Yeah. We didn't deserve to win the other games that we won. Really, I mean,
Sheffield United. The game goes on 5 more minutes. Sheffield United equalise.
Yeah.
West Ham, we got there by the skin of our teeth. Yeah. And who was the other one we beat? Sheffield United.
Man United.
Well, that was not. All right, Man United. Well, they're just poor.
Yeah, exactly.
They had a very off day tonight because
we've not beaten a decent
team. They done quite well, didn't they?
And we don't look like we're going to beat a decent team either. Like someone said before, we've got Wolves and Tottenham coming up after the international break. Yeah, Leeds are on a bit of a bad run, but they're a good team. So we'll have to do something massively better than this to beat them. And then we've got Wolves and Spurs. Yeah. We can't beat them two the way we play. Absolutely no chance. And then I don't know who we've got after that. I hate to think. I want to play really shit. Can't we play someone? Can't we play West Brom next? Or can't we play something really shit?
It doesn't matter. I'll be honest with you. The mood of the club at the moment, the team at the moment, after that performance, and I know it's a knee-jerk reaction, I feel different tomorrow. I feel like if we played West Brom, we couldn't beat them.
No, you're probably
West
right.
Brom looking
You're
quite
thinking,
dangerous
how
at
are we
the
going to
moment.
score a goal? They're going to have 7, 8, 9, 10 men behind the ball and hit us on breaks, West Brom, and they are a poor team. I saw some of their game today. They are very poor. And you will struggle against them. We struggle.
We just turned up tonight thinking, oh, we've won at Old Trafford, and we've got a group of players that their heads are so far up their own holes that they can't even go out and put in a decent shift. You know, you need to carry the momentum on. You don't just win one result. You know, record-breaking result, having won away to one of the big 6 teams in 29 attempts. Yeah, great stuff. But then you have to carry it on. You know what I mean? You can't. That's it. That was just an absolutely pathetic showing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand what the team does training during the week. We know where we're backwards on. We know we don't make a lot of chances. What do they work on? Do they just go, well, don't worry about the attack, that'll sort itself out. We just worry about some defensive formations. Because going forward, it's like we've never played together before.
Yeah,
I think it's all down to the fact we all got changed at half time. It's got to be got to be something to do with it.
Yeah, but the first half wasn't a lot better, was it? Let's be honest. We had 2 shots on target in the whole game. 2 shots on target in 90 minutes at home to Aston Villa. That is just unacceptable for an Arsenal team. Unacceptable.
Yeah, I wasn't really blaming the changing of the tops. I know it was just a bit of
going forward after the international break, I was looking at the fixtures now. We've got Leeds away, Wolves, them not down the road away, Burnley, Southampton, Everton, Chelsea at home on Boxing Day, Brighton away on the 28th, West Brom away on the 2nd.
It don't matter, does it? The way we play tonight, does it really matter who we got next?
No.
Seriously.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the fixtures. I can't even Leeds. We're saying about Leeds being out of form and all that, dropping out of form. Which I've just said that 5 minutes ago. Villa dropped form, going into the same out of form. Derek can see Leeds United put 3 past them a couple of weeks ago. Bamford hat trick. We don't. I'm just like, so even Leeds away at the moment isn't a guaranteed win.
No, definitely isn't. There isn't any guaranteed wins the way we're playing. I can't. It's like Murphy said this minute. I can't see us beating anybody at the moment. Doesn't matter who we play.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
exactly the same. You got at the moment the way I feel, it changes. I've been, we all feel like this after a game when we got slaughtered at home. At the moment, I cannot see us winning another game. Of course, we will.
This may change.
You can't see it because obviously how bad this performance was. It's like, as you said, it might be a knee-jerk reaction, but we can't see it because of how bad this performance was tonight.
But this may sound stupid, but I would actually fancy us to beat one of the top 6 sides sooner than I would expect us to beat one of the lower end sides. Because of the way we set up, the way we play, we're the better underdogs. We can't go out and dominate a game anymore.
No. Well, this is the thing. We need to sort that out then. We've got 2 weeks to sort this out once and for all because after this international break, we've got another international break till March. It's going to games are coming thick and fast now, especially with Christmas, like the December period coming around the corner. Then you've got January, the FA Cup coming into the equation. It's now, Arteta, this is where he's going to earn his fucking stripes now. Yeah, as I keep saying for the last few weeks, fantastic he sorted us out defensively up till tonight. But can we please get the balance right now for the next 2 weeks and sort out this attack? Sort something out that makes it work. The squad that you've picked for the Premier League till February, fix something, find something that works, and go with it. And do not play Willian. If he's going to play like that,
thing is, Ryan, you can't have the excuse that they were tired. A lot of this 9 out of these players never played midweek. They never played since a game like the United game. 7 games, 7 days.
And yet Joe again, give Joe Willock a chance because last 2 games he's played, man of the match performances in Europe. Give him a chance. Willian ain't doing it. He gets dropped to the fucking reserves now. That's enough.
Lacazette as well, putting that one.
Yeah, exactly. Give the ones that are actually trying, give them a chance. The ones that aren't performing, that are constantly letting you down, Arteta, actually have the balls to drop them. Not just on the bench, out the matchday squad for at least two league games. And you'll see performances from the others, and you might actually get better results going forward because we need consistency this season. Not consistently win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. Actually win games. That'll be fantastic. Because I'm fucking
how bad has Lacazette got a beat to be dropped?
I've seen this kind of play like this, and also at the same time, we're fucking missing out the big table every season now. If we keep going like this, we ain't going to get be at the top table next season again for the 6th season in a row. And I've had enough of it.
I'll be honest with you. We finished 8th last season. We could finish. If there's anything to go by, we could finish 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
Do you know what? On that cheerful note, I'm going to bid you all adieu. It's been lovely spending time with you. Shame about the result, but I'm going to leave you with a little quotation. I'm not going to tell you who it's from. You'll have to look that up yourself. But just remember, lads, pain is temporary. Giving up lasts forever. Cheerio.
Well,
I'll speak to you soon, mate. I'll see you on Wednesday.
See ya.
See you later.
Oh dear. I'm lucky I'm on the ground floor at the moment.
So that.
I'm lucky I haven't got a cat. Or rather, the cat's lucky I haven't got a cat.
Oh dear. But yeah, it's fucking another disappointing. Okay, as we've all alluded to, disappointing result, disappointing performance. In general, I think the only person, apart from what you said about Spice in the second half, the only other person that could walk away from this game with some sort of credit to his name is Partey, and he went off injured at half time for fucking thigh strain. By the looks of it. I mean, everyone else. So this is what I'm saying. This is where he only stripes now because he's got no more 4 weeks and then off again. It's consistent now till March. So now 2 weeks with the players that don't go international duty, with the squad that he's picked, he needs to fucking find a system that works with players that work and drop the ones that aren't performing. Stop rewarding the players just because of their name.
He's got to earn his cool now, hasn't he, Ryan?
Yeah.
He's definitely got to earn his cool now.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Literally, enough's enough. Stop rewarding the likes of Lacazette and Willian with these Premier League starts when they're not giving us what when they're not giving us what they need. They should be giving us, and stop punishing the likes of Joe Willock, who are actually, for whatever everyone thinks of them, likes of Joe Willock, they actually are putting their performance in. They are actually trying and actually providing some sort of threat going forward and looking to score a goal and create things for us. Actually reward them. Stop playing in Europe when they have a fantastic performance and then drop them completely from the squad. Because that's not helping.
Thing is, I think you're right, and we've got a couple of youngsters in this team, but I think there's got to be youngsters somewhere just on the peripheral that will give more and actually can go past players. There's got to be some players there that you can afford to put in, not 3 at a time. Give one every month. Give one a chance. Say, look, like Bellingham. All right, he may be useless. I don't know, but give him a chance. Because how many chances has Lacazette had? And I don't know how Balogun can be worse than Lacazette. I mean, that header he missed, that was poor. That was a poor. I'm not saying we deserve to win. It may not have changed the game. It might have given us a bit of impetus, and we might have done all right. But when you miss chances like that, it's just telling you the guy's got no confidence. He's a centre forward, a French international, for God's sake. He ain't some geezer who's playing at right back and he's happened to find himself in the box. He's a centre forward. He should take those chances with his eyes shut. Perhaps he did shut his eyes. I don't know. As we touched on earlier, it's like we tried to create a few chances, and when Rob Holding had his chance, missed wide and whatever, it's like the players just went, oh well, it's not our night. And then their second went in, we just went, okay, we'll just try and see the game out, and they didn't bother defending at all. Then it's just like, it's so frustrating. It's like watching performances like we saw from the last 5 or 6 years and plus.
I've just seen a great stat. I've just seen a great stat. Ross Barkley tonight created 6 chances, right? The last time an Arsenal player created 6 chances in a Premier League game at the Emirates was, guess when it was? I'll tell you, April 2018. And you know who it was? Mesut
Ozil. Just a guess. Just a wild guess.
Oh, dear.
But apparently, our fantastic manager, this fantastic new up-and-coming great manager, doesn't think he's good enough to be in the Premier League squad. Doesn't think he's good enough.
Probably
He'd
more
rather
than
put
that,
back
Richard.
the Premier League squad that he's never
Clearly
going to
not
play.
to do with his ability, is it? It's something else. It's clearly
It's
not
not
to
him
do with
making. I don't think it's him making the
It's gotta
call.
be the call.
It's not him making the call.
Why did he come out in his press conference and say it's for footballing
Taking the
reasons?
blame.
Because who did he learn from?
Yeah.
What manager did he spend the majority of, and who do we know that used to protect the board?
Yeah,
You know,
true.
like here's one, and I don't know, I'm not having a go here, but like, what do people expect Mikel Arteta to do? Come out and go, oh, fucking Stan pulled me in and say I'm not to play him at any, that's his employer. You can't.
Or he's not going to come out and say, well, he's so misses, is he? Or
but look at that.
It's made him look a tit now, hasn't it? It's made him look.
Yeah, he's put him into a shit situation, But I can't hold a man accountable that isn't making that decision. And at the end of the day, you look at historically any manager that comes out and publicly challenges his employer, it never ends well. Look at Jose with United, Jose with Chelsea, Saddam with Real Madrid that time. It doesn't end well for anybody. So
even Potts to an extent as well. With Daniel Levy.
Exactly, it's a fucked situation, but I don't put that down to him, because you look at the people say that the comments about China, but he played after that, and he played right up until lockdown, and what do you call it? And then it was just out of nowhere, So to me, that says something that it's from the board, it's not from the manager. It's not football decisions, because he was showing a willingness to play him originally. And I think even in Mesut Ozil's interviews and statements so far, he's always painted Mikel Arteta in a positive light. He's not. I don't think he's ever made a comment to sort of play him down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a fucked situation, but at the end of the day,
it feels like from last week. United result, we think, we get a couple of players, we'll be all right. It seems like we've got to start from scratch again. I know we don't need 11 new players, but it feels like we've actually got to start from basics again. Right, have we got the right defence? Don't think we have. I mean, I think they were quite clever, Villa, because they played a lot on Holding. As good as defender we think, or might think Holding is, on the deck, he ain't all that. And they played him every time on that left-hand side. They had 2-on-1 on him. People coming through, and all the danger came from that side. I'm not blaming Holding, but it did come from that side. And they played on Holding, they played on Bellerin, and they got their just desserts. Villa. Sorry, they had a plan to attack us. We didn't have any plan. Every time they attacked, it looked like they were going to score. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just breakaways. It wasn't breakaways. That goal that was disallowed. They had the ball in possession for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes outside our box. So it's not breakaways. They're just playing it very cleverly. And had the players to go. We haven't got that many players to go past the player with the ball, and that's the problem we've got.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap things up anyway. I mean, what you going to say there before we wrap things up?
Oh no, I was just going to say that with Arteta, I think part of the problem is that when he came in, there was so many frailties throughout the side. And since we have Kieran Tierney has settled in now, we now have Gabriel, Hector Bellerin seems to be back in form. We've got Thomas Partey, El Neni seems revitalised. I think now he has the personnel, but he's a bit reluctant to let the handbrake down, and I think the players are too. And I think what we need to see now is we have the personnel there. It's time for the approach. It's time for the approach to change and stop being so fucking pessimistic and worried about what the opposition can do to us and start worrying about what we can do to them.
Yeah, I can't honestly believe it's got that bad that people in the chat are saying they're pining for Unai Emery. It's not that bad.
No, fuck's sake. No. You know what I mean? Like, and
I mean, I might as well go and slit my wrist and I'd be done with it.
But we can't do this. We can't, like, people last week were jumping and fucking cheering and saying tactical masterclass from Mikel Arteta and the players were brilliant and this and that. You can't go away and lose this game as bad as it was and then completely beeline. There has to be a consistency there. And the only saving grace is that the Premier League this season has been fucked in terms of results. Everybody's up and down in form. Everybody's dropping points. And maybe hopefully that will mean that we can sort of correct this fuck up that we've made tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, let's not forget the fact that the same team that beat us 3-0 beat Liverpool 7-2. It's just.
Yeah, that's a.
I'm not. I'm not like saying that. Oh, it's all right because they beat Liverpool. I'm just saying it's a fucking crazy season, and what we can't do is start saying Arteta is not the man. Let's get rid of him. Let's move on. He's rubbish. Let's just not overreact right this second.
But you're saying that right, and there's a part of me that wants to agree with that. But how many poor performances in a row in the Premier League from Unai Emery did it take for us to start turning on him and saying he wasn't good enough? Right? How many?
I know. But listen, hang on, though. So you're saying Arteta out then?
No, I'm not saying Arteta out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's not say it right now. Because I know I don't want to overreact because I know I can do, and I flatly refusing to do it this time because I'm pissed off and it's not good enough, mate. But I do not want to start going down the bandwagon of overreacting and saying Arteta out because unless you are actually physically saying Arteta out now, I think we just leave it there and just move on because at the moment it's just fucking shit, isn't it? Absolutely shit. And what I don't want is all the fans to start getting on his back straight away and trying to move on and trying to say who we should get in as a new manager because I don't think we've got to that stage just yet. But I am fucking worried. I am worried about it. I really am. But I don't want to go down that road. I really don't because I think it is still a bit too early. Personally, I don't know what everyone else thinks, but that's my opinion. I can't bear the thought of like start the whole process again and get a new manager just at the moment. I still think it's too early.
We can't, and the thing is as well, you have to remember too, part of the problem as well is he's playing with a lot of players that aren't his as well. And if we go, let's say we sack fucking Mikel Arteta on Christmas and a new manager comes in, that's a new system that requires different types of players. And then you have to start the rebuild again. You have to give it fucking time. And the big difference between Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta is that the results may be bad, but the attitude from the players towards him as a person is fucking massively different. Every single player seems behind him. Everyone around the club speaks of him in a positive light. You know what I mean? The step that the club made, the change, even that it might seem insignificant, but the job title, handing him over that power, restructuring it so he's got more involvement with transfers and the actual running of the club. It's a completely different set of circumstances.
Has that not though? Do you not think he got that promotion, if you like, on the back of the end of last season, winning the FA Cup? Do you not think that since he's been given that more responsibility, that the team have dropped off, the level of performance has dropped significantly since that point? Now, is that because he's focusing on other aspects more than he was before when he was just literally concentrating on coaching the players? Now is his focus been taken away by his new responsibilities? I don't know.
No,
it just seems to me as though since he's given that change of job title and given that extra responsibility, we've performed a lot worse. Now he got a lot more out of this team. We saw it last season, right? And from when he came into the end of last season, the improvements were massive, not just as a team, but individually in the players as well, right? And that's gone. That's gone now. This season, after a fairly optimistic start, beating Liverpool in the Community Shield, the Fulham game, since then our performances have got steadily worse in the Premier League, right? The players aren't doing what they were doing for him last season. You're saying they're all behind him. They don't look as though they're behind him. They're not playing as though they believe in his system anymore. They're not playing like they do.
But what you have to remember here, all right, and this is what, if anybody said that Arsenal would have won the FA Cup last year and beat Man City in the semi-final and Chelsea in the final, they would have laughed at you. But I think the problem is here now is what Mikel Arteta did was he came in and there was a bounce like there is with many managers, and he was able to sustain that bounce. And what you had last year, I think, was you had a group of players playing beyond their sort of standard level. He had a group of players playing at their maximum, but that's not sustainable. Everyone will eventually return to their sort of baseline, if you would. And what's happening now is, like I said, that's not sustainable, and we're starting to see that dip within players. The likes of Granit Xhaka and such. So, like. To me, it's still a case of the personnel isn't good enough at times. He can maybe hold them together for a string of games, but eventually they're always going to return to that. And I think what we need to do is, like we say, there's a lack of creativity. Whether the board have pulled Mesut out is another subject altogether. But if he's missing something and he can't put his own put his own system into play the way he wants it. I don't think you can judge him too harshly at the minute, because let's all face it, when he came in, he's a La Masia, Barcelona Academy graduate under Pep Guardiola, under Arsene Wenger. This defensive negative style of football is 100% not Mikel Arteta's fucking end goal. You know what I mean? And to me, I think he's done well to make us more defensively solid. Like before this game, we had the best defense in the Premier League. When the fuck did you ever think you would hear that? You know what I mean? And I think what it is now, it's finding that balance, but unfortunately he doesn't have the personnel at the minute to do that. So I think, in my opinion anyway, unless things go horribly wrong, you have to give him at least another transfer window or two to make additions to suit the style of player that he wants to implement.
I mean, you're saying the best defensive record in the Premier League. Yes, we did have that, despite only keeping 2 clean sheets. What you got to remember is the only reason why we got the best defensive record in the league is because Man City had a game where they conceded 5, Man United had a game where they conceded 6, Liverpool had a game where they conceded 7. These like freak results. That's the only reason why. And until today, we hadn't had a game like that, where we generally conceding 1 or 2 in a game, wasn't we? 3 against Liverpool, but generally it's been 1. We've not been keeping clean sheets. We've just we've been more solid, but I don't think having the best defensive record was a fair reflection of how we were defending as a team, because there was hardly any clean sheets in there. We were still going to concede goals, and yes, it's an improvement on our defensive record over the previous few years. I agree. Even today, we've still probably conceded less goals this season than we have over a similar period over the last few years, probably. But it's still not good enough when every part of our attacking play has been taken away. All the good parts of our attacking play. And that's fair enough. If you can keep clean sheets every week and nick a goal here and there, win 1-0 like we've done before under George Graham years ago, you can say fair enough, that's a system. But when you're still conceding a goal and you're not scoring goals, you're not creating chances to score goals, that is a recipe for disaster. Now, I don't know what's gone wrong, because towards the end of last season, that wasn't really happening. You know, we were still scoring. We were looking like we could score goals, wasn't we? And then,
but what you see from last season as well, what you have to remember is, I think what Mikel Arteta has done since he's come in is recognise the fact that he doesn't have that offensive midfielder, and what he's doing is that he's sort of encouraging play down the wings. But we've seen with loads of managers, it only takes a certain amount of time for other managers to figure out their systems. And now what we have done is, after last season, managers now have a sample size to judge what Arsenal and Mikel Arteta are going to do in their approach to each game. And I think it's the fact that people have figured them out, and the fact that it's the lack of personnel that we have. We don't have a plan B anymore. You know what I mean? Like, for example, against Leicester, when David Luiz went off injured, the first half, Hector Bellerin and Kieran Tierney were the 2 best players on the pitch, because David Luiz was spreading the ball out to them. And then they looked like shit in the second half because he came off. Everything seems to be channeled down the wings, and unfortunately that makes us predictable. And not only are we predictable, we've got a striker in Alexander Lacazette who doesn't capitalise on a fucking single chance that's delivered into him. So do you know what I mean? Like, if you look at, maybe not this game, but let's even take it back to the Leicester game. If Lacazette puts the ball in the back of the net, that's a different game completely. So I think that what Mikel Arteta is doing, and what he has been doing, is he's trying to make a fucking rope bridge out of Play-Doh. You know what I mean? Is that he's trying to make something structured and sustainable that is impossible to remain structured and sustainable, if you know what I mean. So in terms of, yes, I have questions about him. You know whether it's a decision to leave Ozil out, whether it's a decision to not play Abba centrally, whether Willian keeps getting put on. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and criticise Mikel Arteta's system or approach to the game when I was praising it last week. You know, that's what I mean. I think we need to have a bit of consistency, and not only that, hold individuals within that system responsible as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally disagreeing with that at all. I just feel as though this performance today hasn't, unfortunately, been a one-off. If it was a one-off, you could accept a bad performance every now and again, because it happens. Liverpool have them sometimes, Man City do. But this has been this to me is an accumulation of a series of poor performances in the Premier League in particular, and it's really come home and hit us today exactly how lucky or how much we've got away with a few things up until now. And you know, maybe it's lucky that there's an international break now, so that, you know, Arteta can maybe go away and have a rethink, really. And yes, I'm not saying we've got the players he wants, because clearly we don't have all the players he wants yet. And unfortunately today, Thomas Partey went off half. What difference would that have made in the second half? We don't know. Villa came and played well. I mean, I was saying that early on in the game, how well they were playing. And they came with a plan to win the game. And if Arteta's been found out already, you can understand saying, Sheffield United this season, for example, a lot of people are saying they've got found out this year. Their manager's Chris Wilder, and as good a job as he's done, he's not an elite manager, is he? So if he's going to get found out, you wouldn't expect him to be able to come up with all these solutions at Sheffield United. Arteta's at Arsenal. He's supposed to be an elite coach now. He's won a trophy. He should be able to come up with answers to these problems. If people have figured out how to play against him, he's got to be able to have worked that out already, surely, over the last 4 or 5 games, and think, right, what can I do differently? How can I surprise the team we're playing so that they're not prepared for what I'm going to do? And he's not been able to do that. It's the same. Everything's the same every single game. I've said it before. It's like watching synchronized swimming. That's how we're playing. It's exactly the same. No wonder people figure him out. I figured it out. Anybody could figure out how to play against Arsenal now. Easy, because there's no other way. There isn't a plan B. There's not even a plan A, if we're honest. Not a proper plan A.
We need to see a bit of action. Like, for example, stick Willock in there and tell him that you're that number 10. You play behind the striker. I understand that we need to see now, and up until this game, I maybe wouldn't have said this, but I think that if we don't see a clear attempt to resolve it, i.e. sticking Willock in there next time, whether it goes wrong or right, at least it's an attempt.
Exactly. That's what I want to see. And at the end of the day, we are in a process. I think we all understand that. But if we're going to evolve and we're going to move forward, we've got to start changing things. We've needed to change things for a while now. And like you said, maybe throwing a Willock in there, maybe giving Pepe a run of games in the Premier League, maybe doing something different. And if it doesn't work and we lose another 2 or 3 games, at least you can say, well, at least Arteta's tried something different. He's sticking to the same thing constantly, and it's not working. And it hasn't worked for a while. And it's like, he needs to do something. He needs to show more. Arteta needs to show more for me. And I'm not saying he's not going to be able to do that, but I'm starting to think, why are we in this situation now? After we've had 8 games this season now, and we've had pretty much 6 really poor performances out of 8 games in the Premier League. I think we've had 6 poor performances. We've got away with a couple of results that we perhaps didn't deserve, and we've got beaten off every single decent team that we've played, and it's not good enough, and he's not learning quick enough, and he's certainly not showing anything else on there, is he? We're playing exactly the same way every single game, and it's not working. And it's not working from an attacking point of view. And yes, sometimes we might have to risk conceding a few more goals if it's going to mean we're going to score a few more goals. I'd rather today. We had 2 shots on target. We're at home to Aston Villa. I would rather have. We've ended up losing 3-0 anyway. We might as well have attacked them, gone for it, and still lost 3-0. At least we've tried to do something in the game rather than just sitting back and creating nothing and still losing 3-0. If we're going to lose 3-0, at least lose 3-0 trying to score some goals. Do you know what I mean? To lose like that is not. I mean, Leicester was the same. We lost 1-0 to Leicester. We might as well lost 3-0 to Leicester. Actually going for it, throwing men forward, taking risks. I want to see us taking risks. If we lose, we lose. But at least you can see that we're trying to do something to win the game. Today we didn't deserve to win that game. We did nothing to win that game from any point. From the first minute when they scored to the 94th minute when it finished, Aston Villa were better than us in every single area of that pitch, because they set out with a plan to beat us, and we didn't have any answers, and we didn't even try to solve the problem during the game. The substitutions he made were so predictable. We knew what he was going to do beforehand. Willian off for Pepe, Lacazette off, and that's not changing anything. It's just putting on players that aren't quite as good as the ones you've taken off. That's not going to improve anything. Change the shape of the team. Do something different. Give them some questions to answer. It was easy for them today. Martinez must be going home tonight thinking to himself, I've never had an easier game at the Emirates. I played for Arsenal in front of their shit defence last year and had loads of things to do. Today I had nothing to do. I didn't have a shot to save. Easiest game he's ever had. And I bet he wasn't expecting that. Or maybe he was, seeing as he was training with the team up until the start of this season. I don't know. But that, to me, Arteta showed a lack of ambition, and he showed a lack of being able to change it when it's not working. He just made like for like changes. That's all he did. And he even bringing Ceballos on, it wasn't the impact. I mean, I know Thomas Partey going off was a bad thing to happen, because he was the one player that we can maybe give us a bit of hope. And Ceballos did all right, but he didn't change the system, did he? You thought that they had 3 men in midfield. Maybe we should have thought, well, let's go 3 men in midfield in the second half if Partey's got to go off. Maybe bring Xhaka and Ceballos on. Sacrifice somebody somewhere else in the team. I don't know. Sacrifice one of the defenders. Take off Holding. Go 4 at the back. change something to make it look as though you've got an idea. Just keeping it exactly the same when it's not working, game after game after game, to me just isn't good enough. It's just not good enough, and I don't know.
Sold the wrong keeper. That's a good place to leave it.
I could have played in goal for Villa today. I would have kept it clean. They didn't do anything, did they? But
with that, we'll wrap things up, guys. Owen, where can people find you?
You can see me at I know. Don't find me, please. No, you can find me there. Gunnar Crack on Twitter and YouTube, as I mentioned earlier. For every new subscriber we gain within the next 24 hours, I'm going to donate £1 for everyone to Gunners v Cancer. And then, if you want to jump over to the Gunners podcast tomorrow night. I have a podcast breaking down this evening's match, whether that'll be joyful viewing. I think we've got.
I might find the Samaritans tomorrow.
We've got Lee Judges and the Bearded Gunner joining me on that there, so it'll be a bit of crack. But cheers for having me on, and good conversation, boys.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, yeah, Melvin, where can we find you as well?
Fine, mate. At Melvin, the only way is Arsenal. The only way is I've gone and I've gone. Melvin, the only way is Arsenal. Marks, that's on Twitter. You find me on Facebook, and I don't know where you'll find me in the week. I don't know. You doing one on Wednesday, aren't you, Andrew?
Yes, mate. Yeah, you're welcome if you want to join.
Yeah, all right, I might do that. If I get me mojo going again, I'll come on if you don't mind. Thanks again, Ryan, for having me on.
No worries, mate. And obviously got a couple of weeks off now to have to come back on, so a couple of weeks to regroup and recharge. Oh dear. Indeed. Richard, what about yourself? Where can people find you?
Yeah, over on YouTube, I'm on over and over and over again. It's normally the positive channel, but I'm starting to lose the will to be positive at the moment. I've got to be honest. I mean, I'll be doing a video tomorrow on obviously this game. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet because I can't honestly think of anything positive about it at all. So I might just say it how it is, really. I do want to do another positive podcast as well towards the end of the week, maybe Friday, and see. Obviously, I know Andrew would have to come on because he's a regular and he always cheers me up when I'm feeling a bit down. So hopefully Friday we can get that done and maybe a positive, because obviously with no games this week. I'm actually relieved that there's not a game. I've got to be honest, because I've had enough at the minute. So I need a break from actually watching Arsenal play. I might actually watch England. That's how bad things have got. I might actually force myself to watch England to try and cheer myself up. That's how bad it's got. But I definitely could do with this little break that we've got. Hopefully we'll all come back refreshed, and I'm sure we'll be feeling a lot more positive. I remember after we lost to Leicester, we did a podcast, didn't we? And we came back after that feeling a little bit more positive, and then we went and beat Man United. So let's hope we can do the same again this week. Maybe get a positive podcast going this week, and then we can forget all of that negative nonsense that's gone on. But yeah, it's over and over and over again. It's on YouTube. I've got a Facebook page to save as well, and I'm on Twitter at GoonerRichB as well. So yeah, if you want to find me crying in the corner, that's where I'll be.
And Andrew, lastly, where can people find you?
Well, I was going to say the Samaritans, but you can't. You're on the phone with Samaritans. You can't really find me there, can you? But yeah, on Twitter it's at Bromdale Square, and Bromdale Square to where. Please head over there and give us a support. Back on Wednesday. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. And how many subscribers have you had during the show, Owen?
I'm bankrupt, put it that way.
Keep going, keep subbing.
I'll put
3,000 by the end of the day, everyone. Please.
I literally just put the link back in the chat, so everyone in the chat, grab hold of that link, go give them a subscribe, grab that link as well, and share it around with everyone you know. For a good cause.
Good night to everyone in the chat.
I don't know. I don't know whether to say thank you or fuck you.
Honestly, the chat box has done us proud tonight, haven't they? They've been really.
Yeah, definitely. That's one positive.
Everyone in there, it's been great. Thank you ever so much to you all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they've been absolutely fantastic considering the situation we found ourselves in. But yeah, they've all had a laugh as well. And I think, as I said, Chappers have had a new friend in Sam. So
Yeah.
Oh dear, but yeah, big up everyone, Taib, John, Melina, Russ, Sam, even a couple of the new guys that I'm going to go through the chat now, find them. Some of the new guys in the chat as well. Steve, the Arsenal Misfit as well. Pops in. I've got to fucking find him now. Kirk, I think there was Kirk as well. Brownie's been popping in. Yeah. Oh dear, but with that, guys, that's it. International break now. No more.
Yay! International break. Thank you.
Go South.
I've suddenly become to like these international breaks.
Yeah.
You notice every international break, before that game going into international break, we've lost.
Mm-hmm.
Have we? Oh, that's interesting, actually.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Thank God there's not another one for another few months then, eh?
Well, yeah.
What going on? We might actually put a run together by them standards then, and actually win games, and not fucking lose every fucking 2 or 3 games. But yeah, tomorrow I'm doing that. I've got nothing planned for the channel. It's my night off, day off, whatever you want to say. It's obviously family come first tomorrow. Back on Tuesday again. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The rest of the time I'll be providing content. But yeah, tomorrow's my night off. I'm relaxing. I've got a reboot after tonight anyway. And yeah, so enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. I know it's not been the result we wanted, but we go again. We dust ourselves down. We've got a couple of weeks to sort of regroup and go again, basically. And until next time, guys, as always, up the Arsenal.
Come on.